thinking too.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. King.
24 hours from now, there will be a parade.
Pandemonium.
In Philadelphia to celebrate the championship, the NFL Super Bowl champions.
Speak on it.
Philadelphia Eagles.
I've been telling niggas all fucking season, bro. I've been telling niggas all fucking season. Listen.
You got the Bud. You got the Budweiser.
Yeah, you saw my nigga Saquon like shotgun his shit in like 3 seconds, so
yeah.
I ain't gonna be doing all that right now. But
I don't know how
listen,
people
man,
do that, by the way. I've never known how people do that. But that's
once upon a time ago, I used to be one of them niggas, bro. Like you just in that environment for long, that college party environment for long enough.
But I just don't understand.
That nigga went to Penn State, bro. They literally have a whole city just for college over there.
Yeah, but do you swallow? Like, what's the tactic?
Yeah,
like,
you
does it just go down your throat, or like does it? Because people do it so
just
fast. I'm like, no way.
As much as you can, and keep
and
gulping.
Let the rest pour out.
Yeah, honestly,
pause
just
on
like
this whole section.
But people do it so fast. I can't gulp that fast.
The foam drizzle out.
I can't gulp that fast.
You gotta let the foam drizzle out, bro.
Yeah,
low key, neither can I. But that's why my shit's be messy. Pause.
I don't understand.
But listen, y'all. But listen. ISO.
Yeah, my fault.
I'm very lucky, you know. Mute up, guys.
God damn it. All right.
Listen, I'm very lucky. There's a lot of people in their lifetime that cannot say that they get the experience to see their championship team, the team they grew up watching, win a championship. Once. Twice, though? See, I know a lot of people in Dallas right now really don't understand what this feeling is really like, and especially like in their lifetime. Last time they even whiffed the playoffs was like 1995, 1996, some shit like that. In this last decade alone, the Eagles have been to 3 Super Bowls, have won 2 of them now. We have beaten Tom Brady, arguably the greatest of all time, with our backup quarterback, who was a third string, who was kicked off the team a couple seasons beforehand, and Nick Foles. And then we have our golden child, our prince, our savior, Jalen Hurts, come in a few years later after a down year. He brings us to the Super Bowl the next year, falls to Patrick Mahomes, but then we get our lick back this year. What was it, February 9th? No, I'm tripping. I think it was 9th, actually.
Something like that.
And we take down, arguably, of this generation at least, the greatest quarterback people are saying of all time. I'm not sure about now, but that man's still in his 20s. Still a lot of time left for him to go, but we got the best of him. And we are one of the 2, I think we are only the second team to ever beat him in a Super Bowl. The only other person that could say that they did that was Tom Brady, and we beat him too, yo. People talk about, the NFC is weak, but if he was in the AFC, he couldn't do that. This season, we beat Lamar Jackson and we beat Josh Allen. No, I'm sorry. Last season, we beat Josh Allen. This season, we also beat Patrick Mahomes twice. We beat Patrick Mahomes twice this year, y'all. They was talking about fire Nick Sirianni week 4 of the NFL. In his few years that he's been our coach, he's brought us to 2 Super Bowls. I think he's only lost like 16 games overall. This man all he does is win. All our quarterback does is win. You say he can't throw the ball. You say he doesn't get along with his receivers. You say that Saquon carried us. He only had like 30 fucking yards in that game. It doesn't fucking matter. Anything that they have to say against us, we shut it down. We shut up the haters, and we are already the favorites to win next year. And we're going back to back. I'm calling it right here, right now, February 13th, 2025. On February 13, 2026, we'll be having the same conversation. I'll be giving the same speech. And hell, if we win next year, I'm going to be in Philadelphia. I'm going to be potting from Broad Street if we win the Super Bowl next year. I swear on my life, if we win the Super Bowl next year, I will go to Broad Street and I will I will pod right from the parade. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it happen.
Let me tell you something. If the Knicks win the championship this year, which is very unlikely, they 38.
I mean, anything can. I think it's up. Yeah, anybody can have it this year.
They 38 and 18. It's not like they asked. They got holes. But if the Knicks win the championship this year, I don't give a fuck what we got going on. I'm gonna be in New York City. I'm gonna be on the Avenue of Heroes on 8th Avenue, drunk as fuck, tongue kissing whoever. I do not care. It's gonna be a wild fucking scene. So I'm happy for you, man. Like genuinely, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though, because again, I don't know what this feels like. Is it easier, or rather, not even is it easier? Does it feel different doing it with your hometown guys, or does it not matter? Once you an Eagle, you're an Eagle. Like, being that Saquon is probably, obviously he wins the championship with the Eagles, he's an Eagle, but he's obviously known for being on the Giants. Obviously Jalen Hurts, you guys drafted Jalen Hurts. He came up through y'all's system. He's a great quarterback. But does it, if the team is a bit more patchwork than that, like guys come from other places already established and join your team? Because I'm dealing with that with Cat being on the Knicks, Mikal Bridges joining the Knicks. We traded a lot of young guys to get those guys. Does it all wash away if you win a chip?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't matter where you came from. You help us win. You're cemented in Philadelphia lore, Philadelphia legend. You know what I'm saying? If we were maybe a city like LA or a city like New York, where maybe it's a hotbed for free agency. When I say New York, I mean like a team like the Yankees that won all these championships. They're bound to just get like
people to come.
A fan base like the Lakers. And I know we'll get into the Luka Doncic trade later. Like they will get a star player for no reason, for like the most random, just because they're LA. You know what I'm saying?
Did. Yeah,
and that's what and I wanted to get to this. Like I'm so like I'm not from Philadelphia. I've never lived in Philadelphia. I've only ever visited Philadelphia, but I'm so happy for the city of Philadelphia. It's so close to home. It's only a few hours away. I'm not from there, but I can definitely understand just the sense of like feeling like not necessarily that you don't belong, but like. People don't like Philadelphia fan bases in any sport. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And that's part of the slogan. Like people don't like us, but we don't care because at the end of the day, we're gonna remain us. There's a certain grit. Like New York City, we're not the easiest city to play for. You know what I'm saying? If you play bad, you're gonna hear about it. If you play well, we're gonna fucking build you a statue, Nick Foles statue. Come on, bro. Like I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like all you got to do is help us win, and you will be our guy forever. You will never have to pay for another thing in that city ever again. So I think there's just that element of it's called the city of brotherly love, and I really, really do think every single time I visit Philadelphia, I feel that, especially as a black man, like you just feel like, damn, this city feels mad black. This city feels mad cultured. Like I turned out that you've described DC in the same way. Like I just feel like in a sense where like I could definitely live here. I feel like I could belong. Would I? I don't know, because they get fucking pretty crazy out there, as you saw after the Super Bowl. They weren't climbing the poles; they were carrying the poles this time. But I'm so happy for the city of Philadelphia. They did deal with so much scrutiny, so for them to win again is just a great thing. It's great for sports, honestly. This is better than a three-peat for Kansas City, in my opinion.
Yeah, because
this is better for sports.
Who gives a fuck about Kansas City, bro? Like, first of all, is that shit even? Are the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas or in Missouri?
Missouri.
I couldn't tell you. That's Missouri. How much nobody gives a fuck about the Kansas City Chiefs. Cool, but Kansas City. How does it feel to be Andy Reid in the Super Bowl? Are those demons kind of exercised a little bit, or
I don't think he's sick. I mean, he got his rings, bro. He would
have been even more sick. I don't know, bro. That donut for the first two quarters and almost all through the third was kind of
yes. Like, if you're gonna be sick about anything like that, it's just it's the fact that they didn't play a good game.
That was smoked. Not Super Bowl.
Like football, at least like a few years ago when they beat us, it was a good game,
Yeah.
regardless of whether or not you think there were some questionable calls or not on the referee officiating side. But it was a good game. It came down to 3 points. It came down to a field goal. It came down to the very last play. This one was over in the second quarter
Immediately. Yeah.
and given like even I'll like we were up 24-0 and I was still like, all right, like I'm not cheering, I'm not standing up, I'm not fucking gloating around just yet. It literally
started. You kept going,
bro. Ask Leslie. It was not until the fourth quarter where I started popping my chest, bro.
You know what's funny? Because it definitely works like that, especially with the NFL. The 28-3. You know, everyone
When it's
will
your
remember
team,
where they
bro.
were. Yeah.
You can't when you're going up against that team and it's your team. You can never feel too safe.
You know what it feels like to me? It's like when you scared to fight, and then you scared to fight, so you like I gotta rock this nigga. Like whatever I do, I gotta rock him, and then you fucking connect.
Yeah,
and that nigga stumbles.
I seen the sideline play call of right before the Devontae Smith bomb touchdown that literally put the nail in the coffin. Nick Sirianni was like, "Yo, just call it. If we get this, it's over. Just call it. Just do it."
And that's what it was. Like honestly, when Jalen Hurts threw that ball, that's when you knew they're not losing this game. Like it
was already 24 or 27-0 at that point, but still,
yeah,
that felt like, oh, okay, it's over.
It's over. They don't even respect these niggas no more.
Like we're still like if we're playing Madden, they're like, he's dropping back the pass again. Like
that. Yeah, it's going crazy. They were smacking Patty in the fucking face. Like that.
And not for nothing, bro. I don't know if I said it on this pod. But I had mentioned that the Chiefs had what? There's a stat that there's like they have won like their last 16 games have been between like one score. I've been saying that shit is only going to last for so long, yo. Yeah. That's only going to last for so long. Somebody's going to burst your bubble. You guys been skating by too close every single game this whole season. These refs are going to let us play today.
But it kind of felt to me like, you know, because like I watch a lot of, you know, boxing, like watching Floyd fight and like watching him not necessarily lose the first 2 rounds, but just like letting the first 2 rounds be closer because he's like feeling you out. He wants to see what your power is like. He wants to see what your reach is like. And then as the game goes on, as the fight goes on, he's like clearly pointing the shit out of you because he already figured it out. So like I always felt like that with the Chiefs, where it was like they're gonna get their points. Like they're gonna even the shit that Patrick was doing, getting 15 yards. Like they would have really bad drives, and then randomly they would get like 30 yards, and it was just like, oh shit, okay, so he's still him. Let's still have some type of respect for what he could do, but it just became insurmountable. Like again,
but we have some cold ass white boys.
Yeah, for sure.
There are only 2 good white DBs in the NFL, and they both play for Philadelphia. And one of them name is Cooper, and the other one name is Reed.
Ain't one of them his last name DeJean?
DeJean, yeah, Cooper DeJean.
All right.
It was his birthday. Got his pick 6, rookie, stud.
I was like DeJean. We got to check that nigga. We got to check that birth certificate.
Yeah, they like the Austin Reeves and what's the bald one?
Oh yeah, Caruso.
Yeah, Alex Caruso, the NFL.
Yeah, just randomly nice white boys. You need a randomly nice white boy. Every team, every championship team needs a cold white boy, yo. Yeah, for sure.
Usually it's the quarterback.
Quick little story. I got my hair cut like a few weeks ago. This was like probably the week before Super Bowl Sunday. And as you know, I'm in the DC area. And so I travel, like I drive to get to my barber. Like I'm more like in the close to the Baltimore area. So obviously we get a lot of traffic, like a lot of Baltimore fans, but also a lot of like, you know, Washington fans, right? So this was coming off of the ass whooping that Philly gave to Washington. So I'm sitting in a chair, you know, I'm just vibing. You know, usually, I don't know if y'all remember, since it might have been a long time ago, I don't know if y'all was closing your eyes when y'all got y'all cut usually, but I be closing my eyes usually. And they play music, you know, it's a good time in there. and my
You close
eyes are
your eyes?
closed, and all of it. Yeah, I be closing my eyes. Yeah, all the time.
I used to like watching my hair fall off.
I mean, I'm not saying like look the nigga in his eyes, but
I'm always looking down.
My eyes be closed.
Usually,
My eyes
back
be
in the
closed.
day.
back in your day. Yeah. Nah, my eyes be closed. But the music was playing, and sometimes it ranges from like different things. This days they were playing like the Delphonics. Like it was a really nice day, right? It was just a really nice day, and the music stops, and I hear, "Hey yo!" And I hear like just a whole bunch of like shit. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's about
What's
to go
that
on.
going
I'm kind of scared for a second. I'm like, he's like, yo, yeah, nigga, walk in, right? He's like, yeah, and they're like, oh, don't start with your bullshit, right? And I don't know what's going on, right? Now I'm a little scared because I ain't never seen like the music cut off. Everything was like, I didn't know what was popping up. I didn't know somebody just caught. I'm in the chair, so I'm completely defenseless. I'm like, all right, I just keep my eyes closed. I'm just like, all right, yo. If this is the time, if this is gonna be smooth, right?
Pretend like I'm asleep.
Pretending I'm asleep, and then all I hear is come from this nigga brought in his own speaker, and I hear doom 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 the same song that you had me play last week. This nigga is dancing with a Bluetooth speaker in his hands and a belt. Right, and he's just like starts dancing. Everybody's like, "Yo, don't start with your shit in here, man." There's flags hanging from in the barbershop. They usually have their team's flags. Washington, there's a Philly flag in there too. But like they have like Giants flags. They have like Baltimore. They have a bunch of flags in there. This man throws a belt at my barber's feet, bro.
Jesus.
And I was just like, just listening to him dance and like just talk his shit. And just everybody was just like, yo, here this nigga go, man. Like just complaining. And I just couldn't do nothing but crack up. Because I was like, yo, honestly, bro, this is amazing. And that's the type of shit that I would talk if my team was in a position that y'all team was in at the time that they was in it. In a state where it's very much appropriate to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of fans were in there and they deserve to hear that. So, I was just cracking up because man brought his own speaker, cut the music that was playing in the fucking barbershop already, some smooth ass music to play that ghetto ass shit, and I don't know, man. It was really, it was an experience. But after that, I was like, yeah, I like the energy that's coming into this. So
honestly, man, that's the perfect time to be obnoxious.
Yeah,
that's the perfect time to be obnoxious.
It was, but
and not for nothing,
all worth it. Yeah.
As much shit and as obnoxious and as ignorant as Eagles fans can be when we're playing, I like to think that we're some of the most entertaining fan base on social media in terms of like the content realm of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what Gilly did for the city of Philadelphia in this playoff run. Give this nigga a ring too, bro. I know he's going to be involved in the parade in some way, but the way that he united the city was a way that I haven't seen since the fucking dog mask, in 2017 or 2018. Fuck
Meek
that. Fuck Meek. We don't need Meek no more. We just need a Dreams and Nightmare that one year. Now we got to blow the whistle.
No, but I thought he said he was going to do
now.
something. I thought he said he was going to do something for Philly if they win the ring. Like I thought he was going to do like a live music video or some shit. Didn't he say something like that along those lines?
I don't know.
Most things Meek says, I don't fucking pay attention to.
Yeah, in one year, not the other.
Gotcha. There's a lot of people that seem to be like that. But congratulations overall, bro, and enjoy while you can. I know you probably wish that you was out there celebrating with them and getting ready for that. But yeah, man.
I'll be at the next
year. Yeah, for sure. We'll tune back in next year. But it's been a great season, man. It's been really exciting. Of course, I'm gonna miss football, of course, but it'll be back soon.
Football has definitely become my favorite sport as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't like that when I was in like college. I don't know what has changed, but I don't know, man. Maybe everything they're saying about basketball, about the NBA is true, bro. It's just ratings are down, and maybe that's for a reason. It's just not as entertaining. It's not as easy to watch anymore.
Yeah. But while we're on this topic, let's talk about the halftime show, man. Let's talk about everything that went on in the middle of everything. I've been seeing some theories. I know we're kind of a little late on this, but I do want to kind of just like let's try to be as fresh with these takes as we can, right? Because I've been hearing a lot of things. I want to come on here to kind of talk about just, first of all, did y'all enjoy it? Yes or no? Can we get honest opinions? Did y'all enjoy it? Yes or no?
I enjoyed it. After considering the environment I was in, I enjoyed it on my second view when I was away from all the noise and the loud Cubans.
Got it.
Than on my first, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but his audio just was not hitting.
Right. I also didn't notice that because I was too busy rapping that shit to my family. That was a great experience, just being able to kind of just be hype and know all the words and get them hype from me being hype. That was pretty cool. But how did you enjoy the show, like overall, start to start?
The funny thing is, when it started, I felt like a parent. Like I felt like a parent whose kid was up there. So it was almost like it wasn't about whether or not I enjoyed it. I wanted to make sure he was enjoying it. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like I was so nervous, bro. Like I felt like I was gonna be sick, like waiting for this moment. And I think they nailed it. And it definitely, I enjoyed it on the second one because I was less analytical on the first one. I definitely enjoyed it more in the second one. And then I listened to the remixed version on Spotify. And then I fucking was head over heels over it. It was perfect.
Yeah. Super dope. That thing.
But it did like, there was levels. It was like, okay, it's done. We did it. And then the second time it was like, oh damn, this was heat. And then the third one, it was like, this was a masterclass. It was like, this was great. Yeah. But it took level. It was levels.
Yeah. It definitely felt more like a concert, more like his Pop Out did than it did like a traditional halftime show.
For sure.
Right. Like a show, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I do want to, before we get into the theories though, I do want to make certain things clear about what actually was happening up there from a technical standpoint, right? We know that K-Dot is a very lyrically dense artist. And when you're watching him perform on stage with no backing track, rapping his words directly into the mic, the full breath control with full choreography and self-editing, meaning there were no bleeps, there was no clean edit version of those songs. He literally was making sure he wasn't saying the curses and like flipping certain words and keeping the melody and all that stuff whole. There was so much artistry and technical professionalism that was happening outside of the message and blah, blah, blah. That motherfucker is a rapper's rapper. You know what I mean? I don't know another rapper that could have, because some people was talking about this like, oh, well, maybe it was good for a rap show, but it wasn't good for a Super Bowl show. From a rapper standpoint, I don't think you could do better than that. I genuinely don't. But
also from a technical aspect, I don't think I've ever seen live color grading before. You know what I'm talking about?
Dig into that a little bit more as far as like, because I know there was a lot of stuff happening with like the saturation you're talking about. Like with the colors.
Specifically when they were doing the, some people label it as a PlayStation controller, some people label it as the Squid Games. After reading more into it, I think it's more towards the Squid Game side of it. But towards that scene, they were doing some crazy stuff with color grading there, and I don't think I've ever seen that done live before. Like it wasn't just like light tricks or like stuff that they're doing. That's what I'm looking for. Like stuff they were doing. Like it wasn't stuff that was like in camera. It wasn't stuff that they like like the lights or anything that was set. This was like color grading. Like this was actual like somebody behind a screen changing the colors, making fixes and stuff like that. Like. Yeah, because the color tones definitely.
Do they have like? They have that stuff for like audio. You know what I mean? Like they have like things for like reverb and all that stuff. Like they have like live plugins and things like that. But do they have that?
In theory, I can see how it could. In theory, I can imagine how it would work. I just don't know if I didn't know the technology was there to do it. Like honestly, if it was like live, if it was like mirroring, like if I was like if let's say I had Premiere open, and if we're watching our stream right now, if I was able to like, mess with the saturation and the curvature and stuff like that, like live, and that to be mirrored onto a bigger screen or the the telecast, like
I'm sure
I could
you could
see
do
it.
I'm sure you could do it from like an Avid media console, like the full Avid console. You know what I mean? It probably has like onboard color grading and shit like that. Like I'm sure it exists.
It's the same thing with Pro Tools, right? While the session is running, you could probably do some stuff like that and add some things onto it while it's running and engage certain plugins and stuff. But it's the same. Yeah, I'd imagine that there's something out there for like, I don't want to say just necessarily Adobe Suite. I don't know if it has that. I don't know, but it'd be cool to like be able to like record the session into it while it's running and then just like change it, like you said, Dame, like while it's running and have it be recorded and go directly into Premiere. Honestly, that'd be great for clips. You know what I'm saying? Because all the session's all right there. So you could pretty much just go right into the editing process and get things pushed out really quick. If that tech doesn't actually exist, it should, because that would be great for like live performances and also just like everything else that, stuff that we do. I'm sure we get into that pretty fast. But that's cool though. I didn't catch that exactly, but that's cool that you picked up on that. They might be doing that. We got to look into that because that's
for
sure.
This is probably the first time that I've actually like gone back and watched the halftime show multiple times. I don't know if I'm ready to say this is the greatest halftime show of all time, but it's definitely my favorite.
It has a lot of replay value. You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
a lot of the halftime shows, you kind of, once you've seen it, it's like, okay, like I've seen it. I go back to it for like singing, but like in terms of like halftime shows, the people probably go back to this one as much as they'd go back to like a Prince one or an MJ one or the Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake one. You know what I'm saying? Like there's obvious
For different
reasons. Yeah, but it's like the reasons why are like that there's so much put into this show, right? Or maybe I put even The Weeknd there because I think he had one that was also pretty like
I loved his.
layered with like just his own symbolism and things that he put into it there. But I want to get more into like, I think for this conversation, like I said, since we are kind of a little late to this, I do want to kind of break some things down, right? Because I've been hearing a lot about the theories. But I have issues with one in particular because I necessarily just don't see that. Like, I think it's the biggest reach out of them all. Like, I've heard a lot of like wild theories, and I think most of them are true. But the one that I just can't grasp, and I just need y'all, because I've spoken to both of y'all about this, it seems, but I need y'all to kind of explain what y'all saw and maybe help me understand it. But where was the Squid Game comparison?
So what's it called? There's the shapes, and then what's it called? When Samuel Jackson says, "Oh, you brought your homeboys with you, the cultural cheat code, whatever," and then he says something, deduct one life.
Deduct one
and,
life. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go into that setting of like, what is it? It's the X where they do when they start doing peekaboo.
Yeah. And it's now again, as someone who doesn't watch Squid Game, I saw Squid Game at first. I did hear from the art director or something like that my thing was, she said that it was more PlayStation, the art director or whatever. Problem I have with that is there's no connection between Kendrick and Sony at all. I mean, I guess that means the nigga has a PS5 because he didn't use like the Xbox buttons, but it just didn't fit in the Squid Game. So like, I kind of see Squid Game the same way I see like the Hunger Games, which is like, it's mostly about capitalism. Like, it's mostly about, if you go back and shit, if we could pull it up, it would be great. What did I say when this shit got announced? My whole thing, everyone's so excited. My whole thing was, what does Kendrick and the Super Bowl have to do with each other? Right? And I think part of his messaging in the show was, what the fuck what am I doing here? Why do y'all have me here? That was part of the message, right? You think I don't know what you're doing? You don't think I know that I'm here because I like, from a negative aspect? Like, you don't think like the negativity that this song and you know that people love, like, again, that's why you play Man at the Garden. That's why you play certain other records.
I'm getting the game. I definitely get the game symbolism,
Right.
but I just didn't connect it. I connected it more to like the PlayStation, but not only the PlayStation because of like the same symbols that they use, and the same positioning of it all. But I wasn't rocking with the whole Squid Game theory. That's the only one that I've just kind of been like, I don't know if it's that, but I genuinely think it was just like the video game symbolism. I don't know if it has anything to do with Sony necessarily. Who knows if we just don't know yet why he chose it to be like a connection to Sony necessarily. I don't know if there's anything there yet, but I do know for sure that, and I haven't known if there's been anybody who's broken that down yet, but this definitely is, and we might have not caught it yet, but there definitely is a very deliberate choice in which songs he did in which buttons. Like there is a very deliberate choice in like the songs that he did in like those certain buttons. Like when he was in triangle, he did certain buttons in the square and the X and the circle. Like they're very. I'm sure there is like a specific reason why he was in those buttons when he did certain songs. But that's
I didn't pick up too much on that. What I gathered was, Uncle Sam starts the set. And he does what he wants to do, which is bodies followed up with squabble up. And I don't have the set list in front of me, but it was bodies into squabble up into I can't remember what the next record was. But he goes, whoa, Uncle Sam goes, whoa, what was that? Like that's not what we want, give the people what they want. And then he does DNA.
Yeah, he does DNA and Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria.
Humble and
Humble.
DNA.
Yeah.
Humble DNA, and then Euphoria.
Which are my least favorite songs of the performance, which I think was probably intentional. Like I think there was some sort of intentional purpose behind him doing those songs. It felt like old, and it also felt like super commercial. And
yes. That was that part.
I think that was the whole point, right? Because after that, Uncle Sam was kind of just like, like now you're understanding kind of thing, right? Like,
right.
That was like,
but at first but before he does that, he says, "Oh, you done lost your damn mind."
That's before he gets to that's when he gets to Luther and all that stuff.
Yeah,
which I love that intro into that song. It sounds amazing. It's just the contrast of it's funny as hell.
Then he does the Luther part with SZA. He goes into All the Stars. And then Uncle Sam goes, yeah, there we go. Nice and calm. That's what we want. Don't mess this. Like he goes into Not Like Us and then into TV Off, which TV Off was probably, and I don't remember if we actually like solidified, but I think we all said that TV Off was going to be the last song. At least we should have been able to predict that. I don't remember if we did, but
yeah, I can't remember what our predictions were, but I definitely think that we were like, oh, how smart is it for him to perform TV Off and tell people to turn the TV off during his performance? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess like logistically, it makes the most sense doing it during
the game was over at that point already.
Yeah, for sure.
And that showed up too. But yeah, I did like the symbolism of all that entire thing. I think like maybe the buttons had to do, like I said, there's multiple reasonings for this, right? And like I have a friend who always says that Kendrick fans are schizo as hell because the amount of things that they find in like his the amount of messaging that they find in his songs and his visuals, it's just like you got to be insane to actually think all of this is true. But sometimes it could be true, so it's weird. I think people are starting to make the connection between like the songs that he performed in the X to XXXTentacion. And also like Peekaboo also being like tied to just like him knowing like the ties that a certain person has to XXXTentacion and their passing, their sudden passing. So there's a lot of things that I've heard, right? Like, but that's something that I'm like, I'm sure that's gonna come out eventually in later on. But had you heard any other like theories? A lot of people. And like to your point, how when you were talking about just the performance overall and like how that went, I think it is really hard for like a rapper to kind of censor themselves on stage, and I think his lyrics are very like layered with like just like purpose, right? Like it's he's rapping with intention, so it's hard to like take words out and have it be like, you know, have that same effect to it.
Impact,
but it worked pretty well, all things considered, right? So that was like the most frustrating part for me, was having to like listen to him censor himself a lot. And I think that'll just be my frustration with any rap show. I think it'd probably be worse for anybody else who's just like rapping and maybe not saying anything, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it might be a little harder in that sense. It's like, all right, maybe like you don't need to be rapping half of these words, whatever. But that's where I'll leave that. One thing that I wanted to get into is, I don't know if y'all have heard about this dude that, you know, has been, he was arrested for, you know, going rogue or being a part of the show. He was somebody who was working on the dance crew, and he paraded a Sudanese flag, also with a Palestinian flag.
Palestine, yeah.
You know, and obviously, you know, the producer came, tried to stop him. He saw them trying to stop him, and he hopped down and started running around the field. And then I don't know who, security or somebody, tackled him, and then you know, obviously had him escorted out of the stadium. But since then, like the police had him, right? They had him in custody, and they didn't know what to charge him for. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't just some like dude that came from the stadium. Like he was working, like he was dancing and stuff like that. And you know, it was expression, right? Like it's freedom of speech, right? This is the American way, right? You can do this. You can say what you want. We got people that can say whatever they want on this. We got a president who says whatever the fuck he want. So why isn't he able to do this at the Super Bowl, right? So the police ended up just letting him, you know, go. Like they had nothing to charge him with, so they let him go. And he's been getting interviewed on different media sites, and he said something that really stuck out to me a lot, right? People asked him if he was scared of getting banned or like never being able to attend another football game again. And he kind of like laughed to himself, because he was like, brother, I can go without watching football for the rest of my life. I could watch it from TV at home. I was scared that a Secret Service bullet was going to take me out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was afraid of. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I was afraid of. Those types of fears don't occur to me. Like not being able to watch a football game, y'all can have that. But I was scared that I was going to get taken out for spreading my message. So I just wanted to like kind of give him a little bit of some shine, because I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? I really do fuck with it, because again, right, we talk about what this would have meant for Kendrick and how he was performing here, and like something would have happened that it didn't necessarily have to be him that did it, but he did do it. He had some good symbolism, and he had a good message to take away from this entire thing for people to study and like just take with them what he did at the Super Bowl. But also this thing too, right, that he may or may not have anything to do with. I don't know if he'll ever comment on it, but I do know that this happening during his performance makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, and I don't think that he's angry that it happened at all.
No, I don't think so either.
So I have two minds on this. I agree with everything you said, but I do think so. My two minds is, some people do feel like there's a lot of performative activism, whereas people think because an artist goes on stage and performs some, you know, activist sounding songs, that makes them an activist, right? And I personally disagree with that. I think activism is activism. I don't think like just making the soundtrack for protest is not the same as protesting. Right. But I kind of also was awakened to another perspective, which is that everyone kind of has their role, their own version of combat. Right. So like, you can't say that if you're in the army and your job is to make sure all the what do you call the trucks, like the big trucks that they drive or whatever. If your job is to make sure that they're all filled up with gas, are you not a soldier? You know what I mean? Like, everyone has their role to play. So if your role as an artist is to create art that inspires those to take the streets, then isn't that activism, right? And I think it is. Like when I look at it like that, I truly do think it is. Now, I don't mind this dude saying whatever Kendrick is going to do, he's not going to say free Palestine. He's not going to, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to let him. So let me make sure that this message is also getting out while everyone is dancing, singing A minor. You know what I mean? I get that. So I don't think I had a problem with it, and I don't think somebody like Kendrick would have a problem with someone expressing that sentiment. But I also think like don't. You know what I mean? Just in general, for the most part, just don't. You know what I mean? Like someone has their message, and your message might be different than theirs, and let them speak the way they want to speak. A lot of people to this day, like until you sent that clip, I didn't know if that was part of the show or not. It didn't look like it was part of the show. But
yeah, some people on Twitter saying, one of the producers said that it was part of the show. Yeah, so they're already trying to cover. They were already trying to cover up for it. Somebody was lying.
Yeah. I definitely couldn't tell, and it wouldn't have mattered to me either way. If he would do some shit like, I'm gonna just have one nigga in the back with a Palestine flag, just one. You know what I mean? And like
he would have. I could imagine Kendrick, like as part of his show, having somebody get fake taken out by a security guard.
Yeah. Because like, how would you know that there were going to be other types of flags? Like, how did he know that there were going to be PG Lang flags? You know what I mean? Like, like you bring your Gaza flag or your Palestine flag, and you're like, whew, perfect.
Then they got perfect lighting for that shit too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, listen, they're starting to drop.
It's not like that was the most well lit stage at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. They're starting to drop clips of like rehearsals. Like they do rehearsals for these shows, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure. I don't know how many or how much time they spent doing that, but like these shows are rehearsed, right? So it's obviously a performance, and you have to kind of everybody has to like they have to hit their beats and they have to meet their marks.
It's like, bro, we told you to hold the Chiefs flag, bro. not the
like, bro. Yeah, no. But I definitely do think that he doesn't give a fuck, and if it wasn't part of the show, he's not gonna be like, like some artists might have been like, I heard about what happened, I just want to let you know that I had nothing to do with it, kind of thing, or like I definitely have respect for the game, the association, and all this other stuff that they might have just said, but I don't think Kendrick is gonna comment on that, and I'm sure there's people out there that think that, he was behind it.
Yeah.
But, I wanted to kind of shed some light on that because obviously you didn't see it actually during the show, right? Like that they blocked that out. They kept that like, great camera work because you probably wouldn't have seen that shit on, like you weren't seeing that on television. But the NFL being known, and it still pisses me off a little bit today, the whole helmet thing of the messaging, right? Like the choose love and it takes all of us and all these like different messages that they meant to mean one thing, but it's actually just like, or end hate or whatever the fuck.
And
like
racism.
And racism, yeah, right. Like all those things.
They're on the back of.
Nigga, you do
I started playing Madden again. I started playing Madden.
You do it.
I started playing Madden again. They're on the back of every single player's helmet. And racism, and racism, and racism. That makes me want to be racist, bro.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's very weird because like obviously people are just like, that's not when they put it up. It was for a specific purpose. But it's like that purpose is very much diluted, and nobody will even remember why they even started doing that in the first place. And it's probably going to get erased soon. Like they're probably going to stop doing that at some point. So
slowly, yeah.
But that's a whole.
No, they already did.
Slowly get rid of it. And it's just going to say racism.
Yeah, it's just
going to say racism.
Hate. Yeah, just like a whole bunch of stuff there. But overall, I really did enjoy the show, and I definitely think that this is gonna be like one of the ones that you go back and watch and study and figure some things out. And do y'all think that he drops bodies at any point or sometime soon? Because and I love the acapella of Man at the Garden. Like hearing that like version was like really cool. I thought it was a different song at first, but it was Man at the Garden. I didn't even understand that, But yeah, like, do y'all think that he drops bodies at some point? Like, soon? I didn't even know that was the name of the song.
We're never getting that. But, yeah, that's just what the fans are calling it. But no, I don't think we're ever getting that.
I would love it. I would love it. A lot of people, there's been a little scuttlebutt about a deluxe coming at some point.
Yeah.
It'd be fire if he dropped it at midnight tonight, but
I don't think he would.
I don't think he is either. He hasn't shown himself to be that kind of petty yet.
Yeah.
And he always has his own vision for things. But I would love a deluxe. I would love 3 more records, not a whole bunch. 3 more records towards the end. Would really, really like just be great for me. But
yeah.
Like honestly, just Bodies, Watch the Party Die, and then 1 new record that we haven't heard. I would totally be satisfied with that.
I do want to note that Black History Month ends this year on a Friday. The last day of Black History Month is on a Friday. That seems like an important date, to drop on. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see
what happens. But overall, yeah, it was a really great show. And while we're on like the T, how did y'all like SZA's performance during that whole entire thing? Like, how did y'all think her mic was on? I thought her singing was great, and then I heard rumors that her mic was off, and then I was like, that might make sense then.
That could make sense because she sounded way different than Kendrick did. She sounds different than Kendrick, but like her mic quality was a lot clearer.
Yeah,
but she could also just be a lot louder. She's a singer, She knows how to.
It's time to be honest about SZA, y'all. It's time to be honest. There's like this different Yeah, and because we were honest, like you came on here, you missed the hip hop, bro. You came on here and you talked about like there's different calibers to this hip hop shit, right?
For sure.
And
was it last year that Alicia Keys kind of had that misstep? So
here we go. I have a lot of respect for Alicia Keys because she can sing, right? She can sing. She really that little starting hiccup was there, but she is like one of those undeniable talents for singing. Beyonce. Undeniable talent, right, for singing. Certain artists like that, just undeniable talent for singing. She had that little hiccup, they fixed it and everything. And the hiccup in the beginning was the only thing. Everything else, she sounded great. However, her mic was on, and I respected it, right? Because I respect her making that mistake and still giving a great performance, regardless. SZA didn't make no mistakes on that stage, which leads me to believe that they handed her a baton or or a mic. If I'm part of production, I am not handing SZA a mic with batteries in it. That microphone needs to be off. I don't know if y'all have heard some of her live performances. She is not the same caliber of vocalist that Alicia Keys or Beyonce is. And that's no shade, It's like she might be a great performer, right? It might look good. However, if you know that you can't be wailing like that and singing like that live, it might be best to just lip sync it. People do it. The greats do it. Mariah Carey does it during, New Year's stuff. The New Year's singers, they be lip syncing.
She's another one who fucked up.
Yeah. yeah. Like, granted, it's like hard to sing when it's cold, but still.
I really would like to believe that she didn't, but I totally could believe the rumor or theory that she did, or that, she did have she had backing or whatever, because just knowing how she is. One, we know that she did have she had that illness, right? With her voice not too long ago. She couldn't make music for the longest time.
Right.
We also know that she's not, the most comfortable in public settings. When she was on Kai's Net Stream, I know she was a little nervous and had her kind of second guesses about going on that stream at first too. Kai had to talk to his chat and everything. So I know she can, maybe nerves get into play. She's thinking about, if she hicks up the same way as Alicia did, because Alicia's a legend. If it can happen to her, it can happen to me too. Like, I could totally see that maybe getting in her head, given I don't know the girl at all. So, but I could totally believe that just based off of knowing what I do know about her.
Don't take my hiccup away from your performance, right? Like, if there's anything, I want to prevent that entirely. Just mic off, I'm gonna give a performance. And that's why I'm saying she sounded like it was great. I was like, this is amazing. I definitely think that her mic was off, but
Has she been on tour recently? Like, she went on an SOS tour, right?
Yeah, she toured for SOS. And before that, I think she was just kind of like popping out, opening for different people.
She had the Grammys or anything? Did she do any like big shows? Grammys?
I don't think so. Not that I know of. I can't remember. Didn't she do Good Days on one of them like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, one of them shows?
Dude, that would have had to been 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a minute ago.
And you're singing for like less than 100 people. Yeah. or 100 people at that little ass studio.
Yeah, but however, her past shows that sometimes she has some hiccups on stage, and that's all I didn't know that. Say about that performance. But I did enjoy it though. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. And I told you she wouldn't be on stage for a fucking long time.
Good.
Did y'all see the leaked set? I saw pictures of the
good
stage.
Good point. And this could be where we kind of end with this, right? Because I didn't look at it, but SZA did an interview beforehand, and she kind of was like saying to somebody like early on in the interview that people were leaking it and stuff like that, which I think is weird and everything. But she pretty much confirmed that it was real, like the day before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off, yo. Like that really does piss me off a little bit, just because, one, whoever did that shit is goofy as hell. And two, academics is even goofier for standing on business for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for being the one to kind of reveal it to everybody else, right? Like, and kind of take ownership for like leaking it and everything like that. It pisses me off, man. It pisses me off when you're like, your kind of artistic vision is just like, everything's kind of, I mean, it didn't take anything from performance. I'm sure, even if you read it, I'm sure it didn't take anything from the performance. But
yeah, because you still got to see it. But if it's better to not know what's going on and kind of just accept the chaos and the newness. Whereas if you read it and you kind of lose that mystery, it definitely takes away from it. So I feel bad for anybody that
I didn't see any of it, and that's what I was gonna say. Honestly, it sucks that it got leaked, but it's such a small percentage of the world and of the viewership that actually saw the leaks that I don't think it mattered. Like, it's weird that maybe the little hip hop community or our little hip hop section of the world is knew about the performance ahead of time, but nobody else did. Nobody in the pop world, nobody over the age of 40 cared or knew. Like, it wasn't a big thing.
It wasn't a big thing. It happens.
No
honestly,
shame,
spoilers suck no matter what. I've been, the more I watch the WWE and like get into like the internet wrestling community, I'm experiencing that a lot. Like the Royal Rumble happened a couple weeks ago, and there was already like talk of it's literally to the point where like there's something called dirt sheets in the WWE now, or
they've always community. Those have always been around. I remember like an old website. It was like a blacked out website with just like a sheet of what was going to happen every night. But I've tried to even look those up. It's harder to find those nowadays, actually.
Well, what they do is what it seems like they're doing now is they're throwing shit into it as well, so that to kind of like throw the scent off of people. Because for instance, Alexa Bliss showed up. Alexa Bliss hasn't been in the WWE for like 3 years or something like that.
Earlier that day, they said, they couldn't come to an agreement. Like they released, they send out fake reports all the time.
They're sending out fake reports. So I think a lot of people were saying that. We're just like, this is probably fake. This, like, honestly, if you're at that level, I totally would release like fake track lists. You know what I'm like, fake fucking stage props. All shit from AI.
Starting with Meet the Grams.
Like just mad shit, bro. I will put so much bullshit out so niggas can never know what the fuck I was. It almost like that got to be part of your rollout. Like, what part of the budget is for like fake images that we're gonna like fake cover art and shit like that that we're gonna put out to throw people off.
I just hate how it mostly usually only happens in our shit. Like in the hip hop community and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure like there's obsessed Taylor Swift and Ariana fans that try to, get leaks and stuff all the time. But for the most part, it could be like a not even well-known artist, a hip hop artist that'll get his shit leaked. Yeah. And it hits harder. I don't know why.
Last thing I'll say about the halftime performance. The worst take that I heard coming out of the Super Bowl halftime show was how dare Serena Crip walk, knowing that gang violence and the Crips were the reason why her sister was killed in Compton.
Shut up.
Just like dead, like you could not be more tone deaf to say something like that. Anyone that knows anything about gang culture knows that there's plenty of infighting within gang culture. Like there's Crips versus Crips violence, there's blood versus blood violence, there's all of these other levels of violence. It doesn't mean that you're not from where you're from, and it doesn't mean that, you know, again, it's just tone deaf. You gotta just not know what the fuck you're talking about to create that type of narrative and try to use that as like a shot, or even like people talking about her husband and like, oh, you know, you singing
Look
not
at
like
Stephen
us.
A. Smith.
Just goofy, bro.
Fucking Stephen
Like,
A. Oh, if I was a husband, I would have divorced. Like, nigga, you haven't had a girlfriend in how long? Like, bro,
you know what I'm saying? You and like, I'm surprised it wasn't you on IG Live on IG Live talking about there goes Michelle. Like, nigga, you and Shannon Sharp is on the same type of time. Like, come on, bro. Like, cut it out. It's just goofy, man. Anybody that had anything negative to say, nigga, better not speak on Serena. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that had anything negative to say about Serena was just goofy, man. Like, you know why she was there. You know where she from. You know how much that song meant to her as like just validation for that nigga being fucking weird about her and her marriage, and niggas thinking that shit was acceptable. That shit was gross. It was gross then, and it needed to be called out. So like, if anything, big shout out to her for being there. That shit was dope.
How do y'all feel about like shows and movies that use hip hop when they want to show like black people on screen and like black spaces and things like that? How do y'all feel about those types of scenes?
Well, I mean, I don't want them to use like smooth jazz or like fucking or like a punk rock song at the same time.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with it.
Neither do I.
I don't see a problem with it, man. It's just,
it depends on how black the song is and like the song selection.
There's nothing wrong.
Don't pick Slap on My Knob.
There's nothing wrong with cultural identifiers. That's different than like fried chicken. Like, that's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is a such thing as a cultural identifier. You know what I'm saying? People used to talk about how like anytime you see like a desert scene in a movie, like they'll start doing like that Indian.
Like, why can't Slob on My Knob play there? You think niggas don't listen to Slob on My Knob in the desert? Like, I'm sure somebody has on a Camel, on a Bluetooth speaker, or on a JBL speaker listening to Fetty Wap in the desert. I'm sure somebody's done it.
Come on, bro.
Oh my, that's my favorite meme right now.
I'm sure somebody done it. Like, why can't we have like other established stuff? To your point, Dame, I do want to see jazz for certain like things like that. Why does the established shop
If
always
they're in a
gotta
fucking,
have? Like,
it depends what they're doing.
Tell me
Like,
space. Tell me space. Tell me the scene that you'd be like, all right, I can see jazz for this. It's just like a New York City street
in the
or something
crib
like that. In the crib?
No, not in the street. If it's in the street, then it depends. If a New York City street, yes, nighttime. What's it called? Just the street lights on. I could definitely see it playing there.
Miles Davis.
But if we're on the block,
it's just like a group of black teens.
Low key, I could definitely see a Spike Lee movie using smooth jazz on the block to like sell and make a deal. Like,
and I'm talking
but
about
like right, but like as he's like as like somebody's turning the corner, like rolling down the windows nice and slow, about to spin the block on somebody. I can see the jazz playing. I can see that nice slow build up on some
opera, some shit. Yeah.
Nah, what movies like that? Fucking
Concerto.
Boys in the Hood, and the drive-by scene where he's like, "Yo, let me out."
Yeah, he was playing some soft like eclectic shit. That was pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking more because I've seen a lot of like white films, right? And they always have like this like they be playing like it if it's like white films, right, and they just be like, it'd be white as hell in the entire film, and then somehow a black person gets introduced, or like they go to the hood or something like that, and then Bone Crusher starts playing. It's like, all right, bro, like,
they just start like, where the fuck does 808 come from? Like, why are we?
Yeah, it's like, why are you switching the soundtrack up all of a sudden? Like,
why are we using snare rolls now? Like, this is awkward.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. Yeah, and it's even worse when it's like royalty free music, right? Like, it's not like recognizable songs that like are like well, I forgot if it's like non-diegetic, right? Where it's like you're playing the song to score the
like and it's just not actually playing in the scene.
Yeah, like you're playing like some royalty free ass like hip hop type sounding beats. Sounds. Yeah, exactly. It's just to like establish that like this is like, you know, enter black
now. Yeah,
enter black people. You in the hood now, baby. Like one of those things. Like, all right, come on. But nah, I just had to talk about it.
And it's just Shamik Moore. He walks in
with a high top.
Yeah. My other question before we get into movie stuff is R. Kelly is better than Drake. So why do we keep comparing them?
Better than Drake at what?
I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to mean by this.
R. Kelly is better than Drake. Why do people keep comparing and making music? Like people like and making music. Why do we keep comparing them? Like in terms of like their careers of like, because I've heard people say, yeah, he's gonna go down like R. Kelly. Like, no, he's not, bro. People will like people genuinely still like sneak. There's not a lot of songs I would sneak to play by Drake. There's a lot of songs I've had to sneak to play by R. Kelly.
What if I fucking
We can't do that. If Drake did go down for that, there would be a lot of people that'd be sick. They're like, oh,
yeah. What if I completely disagree
no
with you? What if it's much easier for me to get rid of R. Kelly than it is Drake?
So much easier.
I would say you're wrong. Because how many songs that you actually have that you'd be like, yeah, I'd rather play. And honestly, it's probably because
the catalog. I wish.
I think you need.
You think I need Step in the Name of Love?
I think you need Step in the Name of Love.
Not more than I need God's Plan. Like, I'm sorry.
Whoa, no, I definitely. Yo, if we did a bracket of R. Kelly songs versus Drake,
yo, we'll never do that. We will never do that. That sounds like the worst idea I've ever heard.
R. Kelly was smoking, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think overall, like,
yo, we do the bracket. Whoever wins gets out of jail.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, like, bro, they both in jail. Who you want back for real? Let's be honest, yo.
Oh,
they both in jail. Can't make no more music
for the same thing.
For the same, for the same thing.
Same thing. Whoever comes out makes more music.
I want Drake.
Got him.
Let me hear this album.
Tired of Drake.
Let me hear this album. Let me hear this album at midnight.
Have you heard the last R. Kelly album? You want more of that?
Bro, if R. Kelly comes out and starts writing for Sabrina Carpenter, if R. Kelly starts writing for Victoria Monet, them shit's gonna be hits.
That shit gonna be slapping. Yo, I need a Lucky Day and Robert Sylvester record, bro. Like,
bro. Come on.
We'll be fine without it.
Stop playing with him, yo. Stop playing with him.
We haven't gotten an R. Kelly album in 10 years. We'll be fine without it. Do you want a
Victoria Monet album written by Drake? Do you want one written by R. Kelly?
I'm not doing that, bro. We were just bumping a whole Drake's set list before we started recording this.
Why you, bro? That's pre-production. We don't talk about that on here.
I don't care.
You know and that wasn't even my. That was Hod's idea. That wasn't me.
Y'all was making them stank faces though.
He was cooking, bro. I'm not willing to cap, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm a fan of the music,
and I am excited for the 21 songs that we get at midnight.
Yeah, man. I will make my decision based off that. Honestly, this is gonna be, now that I've heard a lot, I've seen and we're not getting into this yet, but now that I've seen a lot of what the aesthetic is gonna be, and I've heard the snippets, this is gonna be he needs this so bad, and I think he knows he does, and I think it's actually gonna hit. But we're not gonna talk about it right now.
Do you think he talks more shit on here?
Slightly. Subtle jabs. Not enough.
These are old songs. I feel like these might just be old,
cleaned
case
up
of emergency songs. I feel like Party is definitely his breaking case of emergency person for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I
still think it's gonna be 75% Party, like 75-80% Party.
I hope so, because that's what he needs. Party be smoking shit for real. Like, this is about to be some, like, it's not gonna be Party Mobile. It's not gonna be what P3 was. Like, this gonna be back in the day Party. I love it. I'm ready.
We will see.
He's been playing with his nose. Let's see what he's been talking about for real.
Yeah, for sure. It might help.
And the last thing I got is how do you address someone that stinks? Friend versus not friend. So let's start with not somebody who's not your friend, right? You're in a space with somebody and they really like just straight BO. How do you address that?
Is it a professional setting or a casual setting?
Let's do professional.
I say nothing.
Yeah. If it's a professional setting, I don't say anything either.
I don't think you can in a professional setting. I think you like open yourself up to like HR in a professional setting by commenting on someone's hygiene. Yeah,
that's part of HR. That's you could.
Hell yeah, because it'd be a lot of times it'd be like religious reasons why people can't use certain things. The image that you just created in your head has nothing to do with me. I want to be clear. Whatever image you just created in your head has nothing to do with me.
You're right. Which religions are you talking about?
I'm just saying that everyone can't use everything.
Which religion purpose? Like Catholics? Sometimes. Yo, you bullshit. You're trying to throw this at me. You started You started this.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Could be medical reasons, allergies. You know what I mean? Allergies. Some niggas got to use Toms, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hit the same.
All right, now
I'm not a Toms nigga.
Somebody who's your friend. How do you tell your friend that they stink? Like
laughter, roasting immediately. Immediately, boy. You know you fucked up, right? The fuck out of here with that shit, dude. Yo, don't touch me. Like I already know you foul.
It's a dirty hands off of me.
Yeah, for sure.
No, yeah, if it's your boy, you gotta let them know. For their own good, you gotta let them know right away.
Can we give it to me? What do y'all say? What's the word y'all say? Like, yo, you
nigga,
you stink. When was the last time you showered?
Stink, dog. Yeah, that's it.
Like, yo, what was you doing before this? Where were you just at?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question. Like, where was you at? Because you clearly wasn't around a place that you felt comfortable showering. So whatever you did last night, you had no business there. It wasn't your home. So I could tell. Yeah, you got to let them know for sure.
Interesting. I'd be thinking about like it depends on the type of BO, right? Like I think if it's underarm, like if it's like pungent underarm, I gotta say something. Like if it's like straight ass, then I'm like, all right, you know. But if it's like other types of stink, right? That's things that I'd rather not smell, but it's just like not the type of like smell that I can recognize, I might let it go. But
yeah, for sure. Like if we both just finished playing basketball and you just smell like a body, like I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool.
I think we stink.
We stink. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
No, we stink together, but nah. Like if you just stink,
if you just arrived and
if you just got here and you come on, bro. I'll give you some shorts and all of that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like look, go upstairs. Man. You know, I got shorts. I got towels. You good?
Imagine you going on a 2-man and your man show up and he stink.
Oh no, definitely not doing that. Hell no.
What's your plan of attack? What you got to do now? What you got to do?
Jump in the shower real quick.
My man's gonna be down in a second. He just had to.
And if it's too late, we calling it off, bro. You're not about to embarrass both of us.
Yeah, because now they think I stink because of you. Like I stink by association.
We stink for sure. Oh, them niggas was stinking. You know that's what it ain't gonna be like, oh, homie cool, but the other one was stinking. No, them niggas was stinking.
Yeah,
that's
together,
what they gonna tell everybody.
Yeah, stinking it. Yeah, I'm part of that now. So don't embarrass me. What is this? What's this on?
Wait. Before we leave here, do y'all got care packages like that? Y'all like travel size deodorant? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I have a
y'all got
whole
deodorant
kit.
in your car?
I have deodorant in my car. I have lotion. I have mouthwash and a pack of breath mints that I always keep in close proximity.
I usually just get like 2 or whatever, or 3 or whatever I get in or 4 actually, because they come in 2s depending on what deodorants I get, and I'll just usually keep one in my bag, and I take a bag everywhere I go, so I always got some shit on me.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah. And I have, I got the little scent bird shit, so I get the little mini packs of different colognes and shit. So I'll just have like 2 in my office, just in case.
But I recently had to get a fucking a little fucking blade, a little razor, because bro, like my facial hair, it don't be growing evenly. Like sometimes this part will be going a lot faster than on this side, and like there'll be some days where I just be in a rush and I just don't be checking my fucking facial hair like that. Or like I just won't even notice until I get in the car and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God. So like recently I had to like stock up on just like them disposable shits. Keep one everywhere.
You don't fuck with the electric shavers? Or do you only
I have one.
Okay.
I have an electrical one, but I keep that one at home at all times, unless I'm traveling.
Okay. I have both. I have two skull shavers, and I keep a manual 5-blade because sometimes I forget to charge them. So if one is dead and I nothing worse than your electric razor dying mid cut.
Happened to me like 2 weeks ago. That should be slowing down. It's like no.
I gotta put all my bald niggas on, yo. There is I forget it's the exact name, but it's like a blade that looks like a little car. There's like a little ball in the front, so you could like roll it on your head, and then and at the back is the blade, and it's like a little finger piece. You slip your finger in, and you just.
What? Nah, that's fire. It sounds like I'm gonna cut myself though.
Not a price gonna go up.
Nah.
I'm gonna send in the chat.
It's manual, so it's not electric. It's just like efficient.
Nah, it's not
anyway.
electric. It's efficient as fuck.
That's crazy. I might need to
shout them out. Raise the price up. Shout them out. Free ads.
For sure. That sounds fire.
Yeah. Also, what is this topic? Who put this here? I want to talk about this before we get into the next stuff. This number 7 on our list. Of
the white gays.
About. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was you.
What's going on with
you know what's
Shakur?
Funny? Because we were talking about movies. We were talking about like the black scenes that they put in these white movies. There's a whole section on YouTube of movie reviewers, white movie reviewers who are just now experiencing black films, like classic black movies. And I literally cannot get enough of watching them because
I'm with you, honestly.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's a job. Like
I'm with you.
That's a bag.
It's a whole
I'm with
thing.
you. Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
We could do that too. We could listen to Pink Floyd. We could do a Pink Floyd live review.
I literally would like that's and you know what? That's how we're supposed to be mixing cultures. Like that is literally it. I've seen like my rocker dad listening to Kendrick for the first time or listening to Playboy Cardi and like just drawing those parallels between the worlds they come from and the worlds they're like walking into and just but this one is specifically like I don't know. It's almost like I'm on safari because like you know how we say like white people they listen to the music and they watch the movies like they're on safari, but like watching them like try to because they all do the same shit. If a black woman says something powerful, it's like you tell them, girl, and it's just like why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that with your voice? You know what I mean?
Or white people see you outside and they go automatically go for the dap instead of the handshake.
It's just so fucking awkward. Like they're trying, I know, man. This is just how it is in the hood. Like, what?
Yo, for real,
what are you
dog?
doing, bro?
Like, why you calling me dog? Or like, yo, one of my friends called me
brother.
G. He called me G the other day. Like, bro, don't ever call me G again, my nigga. What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh, G.
He's like,
yo,
yeah, my
that's
fault,
crazy.
G. Like, what you mean, G?
Like, yo, you think I'm a gangster? Like, what?
Yeah.
What do you think that word means?
Or brother with
Like,
an
that's
A?
crazy.
Like, all right, bro.
Yeah,
like,
brother.
Brother? Like, all right, come on.
Homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog and homie are probably the two most racist nice things that a white person can say. You know, if you don't know me and you call me dog, I know you mean nigga. Like, I just know it.
I know some of them that have said it have probably read a post online that was like they didn't know was clearly like a joke or a trap, where it's like, oh, things to say to black people to make them feel more comfortable. Call them dog. You know, like, you know, call them certain way, compliment their hair. Like certain things like that they have like a list of things, like top 10 things to say to your black friend to make them feel more comfortable. Like, I'm sure there's like a trap list out there to like make that, like, just get people fumbled up, because that's just wild. But what's inspired? It's just so what else were they listening to on these like channels?
I mean, so they're watching like Juice, and they made the horror movie connection pretty quickly. I was proud of that.
Nice.
I've watched them watch Boys in the Hood, but then they'll do like The Best Man, or like, you know what I mean, or like fucking what's the Tyler Perry movie? Something about getting married.
Why did I
get married? Yeah, like it'll really like be the whole range
shut
of.
up. I want to see white people see that scene for the first time.
That's what I'm saying. It's entertaining as fuck, bro. Like, you definitely gotta watch these white people watch these movies and like experience Ricky getting shot in Boys in the Hood. It's just like it's so
Yeah. Well, you having a ball.
you're just like, oh man, you know, Ricky's gonna make it out the hood. He's such a good football player.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Oh man, he's nervous about his SATs. Like, this means a lot to him. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not gonna end well. It's really wild. Like, just watching them experience these things for the first time is crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, we definitely do have to do like a live reaction. Like, maybe for Patreon one day, we got to do like find like one of the white greats songs. Like, maybe listen to an album by like the Beatles or some shit. Like, see how
I want to do it.
Like, we gotta like we gotta find like what the white greats deem like a really great album. You feel me? Yeah. And then just listen to it and see how we feel. Like, see
or movies. Like, have y'all ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's? I've never seen it.
Never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, like that would be perfect. Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Notebook. I've never seen The Notebook.
I've seen it. I think I know enough about The Notebook to like have not seen it, but know like what. Like what it is. I feel like everybody was talking about that like just back in the day.
Yeah,
I went to school with a lot of white people. That was like the thing.
So there's white greats. Like, there's white classics that are only classic to white people, and I want to know what they are. And I definitely think we could start up a thing where we're reacting to like white greats. Yeah,
we got to open it up. We got to definitely open it up. Like, yo, please, you know, tell us what should we react to? What's a great album that we should listen to? I'd definitely be interested in doing that. Last week we skipped the Fantastic Four trailer. I've seen like certain things. I've only heard like one specific thing that people have talked about in this trailer. But do y'all want to watch that first, or y'all want to talk about how Black in America is out and people already talking shit about it?
I want to do Black in America just because it's more like the review embargo just went up yesterday, and so like shit is rolling out at this point. Are you still gonna go see it?
I'm not gonna go see it. I'm just gonna be too busy. I might bootleg it.
Of course you will. You're
bootleg it.
Typical.
Also, something that we never talked about, yo. How come like people just be calling him the Black Captain America when he could just be Captain America, bro? Like, why we have to call him the Black Captain America, bro? Let's just call him what he is. You know what I'm saying?
It's Black Captain America.
Call him.
Niggas, yo, you know it's bad when like in the trailer for your movie they're like, "You're no Steve Rogers." Like,
yeah, they set it up. They set it up to be some race relations,
up, bro.
shit.
Come on, man.
I don't know if this is
And
actually true or not. I've heard the rumor that Kendrick Lamar did the title track for it, though. I don't know if that's.
Well, I mean, that's what Anthony Mackie said.
He might be
if
lying.
Anthony Mackie said it, you know it's true.
He might be lying. I swear, if I went to see that movie and I ain't hear no Kendrick Lamar, I'd block him everywhere. I'd probably send him hate mail.
You know what's funny? The thing is, the fact that they picked the worst possible nigga to do this with, because niggas don't like Anthony Mackie. Like, if you could have picked pretty much, if this was Aldous Hodge, even if the movie was bad, we're still gonna go see it because it's Aldous Hodge as Captain America.
Yeah, bro. It could have been Pleasure P up there, bro. Like, why they shoot Anthony Mackie?
Dead ass,
bro. Like, it's just really bad decision, man. Really
They
bad
just,
decision.
I don't know. Marvel just doesn't really have, since God rest his soul, since Chadwick left, like we don't really have any cool blacks in Marvel anymore.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's not, he's not popping no more. Like, nobody checking for John Cheadle like that, and he's a Skrull.
They tried very briefly to bring Blade in, and that shit fell by the wayside. Like, honestly, they're not like they lost.
Marvel's
their
not
cool
ready
points.
for a black great.
Apparently,
Exactly.
I think we talked about this before, but they are seriously considering bringing back Jonathan Majors.
And
But
I think
they would,
should.
if they do, they would instantly be killing off Kang though, because they're definitely
Big
going
mistake.
forward with the whole Doom thing.
Big mistake.
So I'd imagine that they would probably do something where to introduce Doom, they had to really make him seem like the big threat that he is just to come in and fucking demolish the whole council of Kangs in one fell swoop.
Y'all think Robert Downey Jr. is actually playing like Dr. Doom, or he's like just playing a variant? Like, y'all think he's actually doing it?
I think he's Dr. Doom.
Wow,
For sure.
Wow. But yeah, that movie came out and people were talking about it. They're like, yeah, there's nothing new or brave about this movie. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna see it, unfortunately.
I'll see it when it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I still
I'm
had
not.
it.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush.
I'm never seeing a movie starring Anthony Mackie, bro. I'm so, like,
Yeah,
I'm dead
sorry,
serious
bro.
about that. Like, I'm
I don't
dead
blame
serious
you.
about that, bro.
I'll check out the Thunderbolts when that comes out. That looks
I didn't see
cool.
that trailer either.
Florence Pugh.
I watch Florence Pugh do anything, literally anything.
It's Black History Month, yo. Chill out.
I feel you.
Well,
I feel you.
Speaking
It's
of,
at least,
I feel like
reminder-
this is.
it's at least 18% in there, bro.
I just wanted to. So, are we done with the? Well, we watched the Fantastic Four trailer.
we're about to go into Fantastic Four, but yeah.
All right, cool.
Now you were about to say something?
It was in reference towards Severance,
Okay.
but it could wait.
All right, yeah, we'll get to that.
Let's
next.
do Fantastic Four.
So Fantastic Four dropped a trailer, right? It's gonna be coming out in July, I believe, right? Fantastic Four. So, let's watch this trailer and give some takes, see how we feel about it. All right.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie,
I can't remember
how's
who
that
this lady
sauce
is, but I
coming?
like her.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Big ass eyebrow.
Okay.
Terrible design.
Okay. Is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
The suit looks really good though.
Racist.
-5.
I like the
Before we
suit.
went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
First time.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, you mean.
Racist.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it
Terrifying.
together.
Okay, cars are interesting.
a family.
Hate that title. That was short.
Y'all don't look enthused.
I think it looks cool. I mean, we didn't really get too much. It's clearly set in an earlier time than the rest of the MCU, so I don't expect there to be any crossover, which is good, which is refreshing. It's so nice, clean slate in that sense. I'm curious how they will eventually cross over, if it's going to be like they time travel or they go to another dimension. I'm not sure. Like, maybe they're just in a whole different dimension where it's always that time period. I don't know like how this is going to set up, but it looks cool. Character design for the Thing is pretty questionable. He kind of looks like a dick a little bit, but a dick with a unibrow. But yeah,
a dick with a dick on his forehead, for sure. Yeah, with a curved dick on his forehead. Strange.
I don't know. The Thing has always been kind of my least favorite of the Fantastic Four.
He's kind of terrible. He's like just the design is terrible. Why is he orange?
Well, yeah. What are his like? Yeah, exactly. What are his like powers? He's just like a rock and strong.
Yeah.
Is it super strength if you're a rock?
Like, what are his weaknesses?
Probably not.
Like a hammer? Like, what are like? I don't understand. Like maybe I just don't like the Fantastic Four enough to really care about. Like, because Mr.
Cool.
Fantastic apparently, like he's like smarter than like he's like one of the smartest. You know what I'm saying?
He's the smartest.
Okay. Of like just and everybody, like he's smarter than Iron Man, pretty much. Like,
yeah, he's smartest person in the universe.
Yeah. So I like that. I don't know. How do we feel about
and
Pedro
an
Pascal
ancestor of what's his name?
smartest person
King.
in the universe?
God, I knew you were gonna go there.
How do we feel about Pedro Pascal being the smartest person in the universe? Does he look like the smartest person in the universe?
Nigga wasn't even smarter than Ellie.
Yeah, bro.
Not gonna lie, bro. Definitely gives me. It's like
we talked about this already, bro.
I know.
Chilean.
Chilean. I get it.
Yo, man. No, I'm just thinking about Joel.
Yoel. Nigga, my nigga Yoel.
De las Devos.
Un clicker.
Oh,
we
man,
we can't laugh at that, y'all. Yo, what's the time? What's the
I don't know about that. Fantastic Four though.
yeah, I don't know.
But I like that, like the human form of the Thing. That's the dude from the Bear. I forgot what else he's in, but that's homeboy from the Bear.
From the Bear.
And that seems to be like what's his name? Ben Grimm. Is that like that's his name?
Ben Grimm.
Like
yeah, Ben Grimm.
So yeah, I'm sure he could be like a cool like Ben Grimm, right? Because Ben Grimm is kind of like a gritty, like get out of my way type person. Like he always didn't really seem like a, yeah. I mean, I guess that's why he got the powers that he got. It's kind of like get the fuck away from me as person. Definitely doesn't seem like that appealing. How you feel about Invisible Woman? Did y'all watch the last Fantastic Four? I've only watched the first one. I didn't watch the one with Michael B. Jordan.
I did not.
Yeah. Now we gotta like compare cast a little bit, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Jessica Alba is my Invisible Woman.
I'm sure it's not gonna be hard to beat that. Jessica Alba's terrible in everything.
Yeah.
But
terrible. But that's my Invisible Woman. I don't care, man. That's Invisible.
I do like Vanessa Kirby in the things that I've seen her in. Which wasn't much. I saw her in the Mission Impossible movies. Couple other things. Napoleon more recently. She's a good actress. I like her. I think she's beautiful. I really don't get the Johnny Storm casting either.
Who is Johnny Storm in this one?
I got a hot take. Might the blanket.
He's Joseph Quinn. He's most known for something recently too. I'm trying to spot it. Quiet Place. He was in A Quiet Place. He was in Gladiator 2.
Joseph Quinn, this dude?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was in Game of Thrones briefly.
Oh, he looks like fucking Tom. No, he looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he's got a weird. Again, all these people have weird faces. They seem like alt-brand versions of the Fantastic Four. They don't
he's in
really
Game of Thrones? Who was he in Game of Thrones?
I think he was only in one season or one episode or something like that.
What a weird, like, they went from Chris Evans to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
To this dude.
Which, again, stop casting Michael B. Jordan in things. But, you know, if that's what we got, that's what we got.
Okay. What's your take, Dane? How do you feel?
They're gonna make.
You know
That's
this?
it? No.
That's your take. Okay.
You want me to bleep that? You said.
You can. They just made him look like Dustin Conrad.
Oh.
That's all I got.
I don't know. I mean, like, isn't he supposed to be kind of like the hot shot ladies man type person? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly. You can't have that 2025.
So
would Johnny Storm be considered like a misogynist right now?
Oh yeah.
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. Woke mob, man.
Yeah, I'm more. How did y'all feel about Galactus? He didn't look big enough. Isn't Galactus supposed to be like huge?
I think he's supposed to be whatever size he wants himself to be.
Yeah,
he is supposed to be like his real size is like he's the size of whole planets.
Planets. Yeah, like he eats planets.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yo, how is he like cloud level with them?
No, but he can make himself smaller and shit like that too.
Oh, okay.
Like if he wanted to come down to
that's
Earth or
canon.
whatever.
That's canon.
Okay. I was wondering about
It wasn't in this trailer, but there's that one shot where he's like looking into the window,
He
right?
is. It was in the trailer. Like it was.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. He was. It's just like one of the last frames. It's just like you just see like
And
this
it's very
helmet.
brief.
Yeah, it's very.
Nah,
brief.
not no with like you see his eyes and one. of
Oh
them.
really? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't see that at all.
It wasn't in this trailer, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. So does everybody fight Galactus? Like, who are the main people that be fighting Galactus?
Fantastic.
they're not gonna win. That's for sure.
Galactus
first
was
one.
also in
You saw how that went.
the
the
original
first time. Everybody loved that.
the original Fantastic Four movie, as a big ass cloud. You know, so
Didn't they have to? Is that the one with Silver Surfer?
Yeah,
I say
Silver
that like
Surfer.
I'm fucking.
Silver Surfer
Rise.
wasn't in the first Fantastic Four movie. Is it
No,
the
not the
series?
first one.
Yeah,
Rise of the
second
Silver
one.
Surfer.
Yeah.
No, the second
Isn't
movie.
that how they defeated him?
Yeah.
Wait, you saw the second
I didn't see the
Fantastic
second
Four movie.
I don't
right?
think I've seen it all in its entirety.
I might have
never
only
saw-
seen the Silver Surfer one, just because that nigga look cool as hell.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
You
all
didn't
its
see
entirety.
Rise of the Silver Surfer, bro?
Isn't
I
Silver
don't think I
Surfer
did.
supposed to be in this shit too?
He should be if Galactus is.
Oh, she.
Yeah,
Silver
they made,
Surfer
yeah,
is a
they
girl?
did make, yeah, they did make her a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made Silver Surfer a girl. Cool.
Go ahead, Aunt. Here we go. Aunt.
Hey, Unc. Let's hear it out.
Let me tell you, young niggas, something. Do you know who Silver Surfer was in the last movie? Lawrence
Ben
fucking
Affleck.
Fishburne.
Oh shit.
Wow.
You
Not no
can't
more.
go from fucking Lawrence Fishburne to some whore. Okay? Nah, I didn't know that. I don't think.
And
I didn't know
nigga's
that.
name
I don't know
was
if I
Larry.
like that. Truly.
Julia Gardner.
There's nothing about the character that needs to be a
Ew.
man.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
Well, technically, the Silver Surfer is.
All
Right. There's nothing about the character. There's nothing about the character that. But at the same time, I know who Julia Garner is, and I don't want to see this bitch in silver makeup. Like, I don't think I want to see this bitch bald in silver makeup.
She don't
Like-
have hair.
All right, what's Luca doing, man?
Like I think I'm good, bro.
I can't say.
No, it's not that. It's like, oh, no, that's not gonna sound good. I was gonna say, yo, just
He is. Right?
She is. They are. Oh no,
No, bro. No.
It's a celestial being.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic Four. What other Marvel stuff is coming out like this year? Is there anything else that's coming out
other than Blackton? Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Marvel
right?
isn't changing the character's gender in this case, but I'm joking.
But rather expanding on what that.
But rather,
means.
which character becomes Silver Surfer?
All right.
Luca.
Yeah, tell me about Luca, man. I know that you. The next time something like this happens, don't text as if somebody had died, bro. You was like,
oh yeah, what did he say? Oh, it's something about. I know that tweet isn't real.
Yeah,
Something
like it was something like I thought it was like, and it was late at night too.
Let me see.
Like,
let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it was like late at night. It had to be like midnight.
Yeah, it definitely was because it was right after the Royal Rumble. Like literally, Jey Uso is yeeting in the fucking. That's what I was initially like talking about. Jey Uso is yeeting in the middle of the crowd, and then I'm on Twitter looking at the reactions because people was tight, and all of a sudden the wildest fucking trade I've ever seen comes down, and we end up with Luka Doncic getting traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and a bunch of other niggas who don't matter. And the other thing was that also was the night the Lakers played the Knicks. And Anthony Davis played in that game. It was a good game. Well, the Lakers beat us, but it was still a good game.
Into his like, how did the trades work? Did that turn into his last game?
2 hours later, he was not on the Lakers anymore. So part of me was like, damn, y'all couldn't do this earlier today?
Is that like effective immediately? Like, all right, we got the ticket.
It's effective immediately in the you're not playing in the next game, like because you got to go through medical, you got to go, you got to sign paperwork and all that other stuff. So the minute the trade is finalized, meaning like the lawyers have passed the paperwork and everyone signs off, you are no longer on that team. Even if you were on the court, you got to get off the court. You don't play for this team no more. So like I've seen dudes like go to the locker room because they got traded.
Can y'all explain this to me, like how big this trade was in like Final Fantasy
Marvel terms?
Or some
Final
sort of
Fantasy
like
terms.
some sort of like Marvel term, anything that I enjoy, some sort of video game, Super Smash terms.
Okay. It's like
hold on. I think I got that. All right. I don't even want to say washed. What's a really inconsistent video game franchise?
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
that's like Nintendo,
Like been around for a while, but inconsistent.
Resident Evil.
Okay. That's like Xbox trading Resident Evil, which would be Anthony Davis in this situation, to
We're doing like
I guess that doesn't work. I was gonna say
Nintendo
Fortnite.
for Pokemon or some shit.
Not even, because I would say more so like Fortnite, because they kind of came around the same time. Fortnite's kind of almost new, and don't expect them to be going. All right,
I got one. They basically just they traded PlayStation or Marvel traded Marvel Rivals for fucking
Overwatch.
Not necessarily Overwatch, more like PUBG. Like good game, right? Great, honestly, had a time where you couldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, but Marvel
But it's
Rivals
been a minute.
is like in its prime. Like this is the time to have Marvel. Like,
Yeah,
why would
it's like-
you?
Exactly.
Why would you trade Marvel Rivals when it's doing so well?
Why would you trade Marvel Rivals when it's doing so well for PUBG of all
For
things?
PUBG, that's yeah, it's a good game, but like it's over. Like Marvel Rivals is clearly like
is on the way up still, hasn't hit its
Yeah.
prime, like still
Yeah.
got a lot of updates and improvements to make.
It's a healthy game.
Yeah. And then after 2 days, PUBG shuts down its servers. Indefinitely.
Indefinitely, for sure.
So what is please justify this for me. Why would they do something like that? Obviously it's
I
a
don't
shock
know.
because like why would you make that trade? But like what's the
So the full story has not come out yet, but so everyone knows that Mark Cuban is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of people don't know that Mark Cuban sold his majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks like a year and a half ago. So he's no longer on the sitting board for decisions. He still owns part of the team. He still goes to the games, still a fan, but he's not anymore making the decisions. The person making decisions is now Nico Harrison. He's been in that seat for a couple years. And yeah, there hasn't been any solidified news. The story that they're going with is that they were worried about Luka's weight. They felt like he was a little too heavy and that he had maxed out it, bro. Even the
how much
official
does he
story
weigh?
just
Is
doesn't.
it really that bad? Like from y'all standpoint?
So they said he weighs
260, I think?
260. Yeah.
And how tall is he?
6'3", 6'4"?
No, he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, you're right. He's like 6'7", 6'6".
Okay.
But yeah, like
Is
nigga,
that-
I am 247.
He's 6'6" and his listed weight is 230.
Right. And don't get me wrong, Luka doesn't look super healthy, but he's 25 years old, bro. He's 25 years old. He's still got 2 more years before he is supposed to hit his prime. And mind you, this kid has been
Maybe he
playing
got a medical
professional.
condition. What if he's like a ticking time bomb?
I know the
Got a
Street
thyroid
talk.
condition.
the talk on the streets is that there might have been some shit going on in Dallas that they needed to get him the fuck up out of there. So
What was he doing?
Yeah, for real.
who knows? You got this Serbian nigga, this rich Serbian nigga in
He
Dallas.
owe people money.
maybe there's some wild shit going on, man. I don't know. But either way, they traded him in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night, to LeBron James and Rob Pelinka of the Lakers. It's not so much that Luka got traded from the Mavericks as much as Luka got traded to the Lakers. That's really the key here, because Nico Harrison is cool with Rob Pelinka. They've known each other for many years. They're tight. They're executives that are tight. And there wasn't any like talk around like an open kind of window of like, hey guys, we're trading Luka. Give me your best offer. Like, think about it. If you just needed money, right? Let's say you're in debt with the mob and you needed money and you had Tupac's ring, right? Would you just sell it to the only rich nigga you knew? Or would you let people know that Tupac's ring is for sale and to have them put bids out on it? Like, if you knew
how
you
much
had
do I need
something
this
so
money? If I need this money ASAP, I might
even if you need, bro,
get it
it's Luka Doncic, bro. It's literally the best asset in the league. Because again, even Giannis is like close to 30. You know what I mean? Joel Embiid is like, he has no knees. There's like, I can't think of a better asset than Luka Doncic. Besides, Dane, would you say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a better asset than Luka Doncic?
No.
Can you think of anybody, any single player in the league that is a better asset than Luka Doncic?
Let's see. Giannis is 30. Jokic is up there in age at this point. Well, compared to Luka, at least. Jason Tatum, maybe. No, it's Wemby.
Wemby. Wemby might be the only. Yeah, Wemby. That's the only other player in the league that I would say you could trade straight. So then why wouldn't you just go get Wemby? You know what I mean? Like, you think if you said straight up Luka for Wemby, you think San Antonio closes hangs up? I don't think so.
I think so.
They just traded for De'Aaron Fox.
I think that complements their team more than trading for Luka would. Having Luka and Chris Paul and De'Aaron play all next to each other, throwing lobs to Derek Lively.
That's fair.
How's Luka been performing so far? Is he doing good?
He just played his first game since Christmas. What, a couple days ago?
Yeah. It wasn't.
That's the thing. Luka has not been playing this year.
Right. He has been out in like, I totally get it.
And he has a big contract. He has a big supermax coming up this year. And I get like, oh, you're maybe scared to pay. Well, I don't know what it would have been, like 250, 260, whatever the fuck the supermax is for him. 250 million. Not wanting to play that, but where else is that money going, bro? Kyrie's not taking up he's not going to be taking up too much of your salary for too much longer.
Yeah.
You're not tied up with that. You're not tied up with that with a lot of bad contracts or anything.
I don't know. I think ultimately they just chose to kind of like reset, and they're not saying that.
I don't know about reset. I really do think that he felt like Kyrie's been doing a great job without them. They've been winning games. If we could trade Luka right now for a guy like Anthony Davis, who has been healthy, given up until recently, who has been healthy, who has been playing great, who was a defensive player of the year candidate last year, like I genuinely think that he genuinely thought that he could win right now with that trade, considering they were just in the finals last year.
Because of Luke. Okay, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, because of Luka.
He traded a car with bad rims for a car with a bad engine.
Yeah.
It just does it don't matter, bro.
Well, interesting.
But there were other trades made. Obviously, we mentioned De'Aaron Fox going to San Antonio.
That's my favorite trade right there.
Zach LaVine going to Sacramento. Yep. Yeah, playing back with DeMar DeRozan,
which is basically Chicago Bulls of the West.
Yeah.
Now at this point, I mean, with an upgraded big man.
Yeah. Certain teams, certain teams made trades to kind of. My thing is, other than the Lakers, I don't think any other team got significantly better.
Yeah.
To the point where like they're gonna jump anyone in the standings. I think most teams made like trades that, even though they were wild trades, I think I don't know, maybe Brandon Ingram going to Toronto, but even then, they've got a lot of money tied up.
Toronto's still going to be losing a lot of games.
Yeah, it's Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes,
and Scotty Barnes. Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
They're very big. Very, I don't know.
The Bucks got Kyle Kuzma.
Bucks, Kyle Kuzma, Chris Middleton to the Wizards. I don't have no idea what the fuck the Wizards are doing. Apparently, the Wizards tried to trade for. They tried to get somebody back that they just got rid of. Oh fuck. Oh, Bradley Beal. the Wizards tried to trade for Bradley Beal. God.
Oh shit.
Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. I do think that's gonna. I think that made the Warriors a better team come playoff time. I don't think Andrew Wiggins gives you what Jimmy Butler can give you in the postseason.
I agree, but I also think the Warriors hate Stephen Curry. Because you got rid of Clay and you surrounded him with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green.
To be fair, they did have a deal set to get Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant said, "No, I'm not trying to go back there." That's Draymond's fault.
And it's Draymond's fault. So basically, like now there's just like a level 1 prison yard at the fucking Warriors practice facility.
Yeah, I mean, you have to feel safe though, like on the court. Like if you're Steph now, like I got the ultimate protection. I got Jimmy and Draymond. I can say
Them
what the
niggas
fuck
are
I
gonna
want
fight
to
each
say now.
other.
I don't know, man.
I'm waiting.
I feel like they're like in this situation, like two positives will attract. Like two of the same will attract in the situation. I feel like.
I'm scared. I'm scared for Steph, man. I am. I'm scared for Steph. But hopefully it works out. Oh, Cavs trading for DeAndre Hunter. That might be the biggest, other than Luka, obviously. But that might be the biggest. Yeah, that was. But it's one of those that like you gotta know. You gotta know. DeAndre Hunter, as a Knicks fan, we play the Hawks 4 times a year. We play the Cavs 4 times a year. The last thing we needed the Cavs to get is another wing that can fucking shoot and defend. They're gonna be so hard to defend. Like
it's gonna be hard to score on. Oh my god,
the
Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and Hunter now.
Yeah, I think Cleveland might end up going to the finals this year.
They're gonna be
fucking hate that I
up.
said that. My God,
that team. They're built like the Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Just so much
More
wing
experience.
depth and so much like so many different amalgamations. You got to pick your poison at this point.
It's
honestly,
truly impressive. Like you really got to give it up. Like as much as as much as people shitted on the Cavaliers management and how that whole LeBron thing went down all them years ago, the way that they have been able to
keep
rebrand and build this team post LeBron the second time around is just impeccable. Like they didn't have a Kyrie to fall back on this time around. It was just kind of starting from scratch again.
Yeah. You get lucky in the draft a few times, it works out.
What they get? Oh, that's true. Yeah, they got draft lottery. They do get lucky.
Yeah, shit ends up working out. But can't blame them. That's
great executive moves though, like in terms of like trading and bringing in certain people. Like
it still got to work. You still got to do it
because none of the people on that team were drafted by none of the key players were drafted on that Cavs team aside from maybe some role players. Oh, Evan Mobley. From like maybe a couple role players, like it's just Evan Mobley really.
Yeah.
He just got
Garland. Garland too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
there is Garland. Again, you get 2 top 5 picks. Hey, listen, I'm a Knicks fan, bro. So many lottery spots that was just like we missed because like again, Steph Curry was picked 1 pick before us. We could have had Shea. We could have had Mikal Bridges. All these guys. We went with Kevin fucking Knox. We didn't get Shea because we had Frank Ntilikina. Like when we could have gotten Malik Monk. All of these different things. Like we got Kristaps Porzingis, traded him 4 years later to fucking Dallas. Didn't really get anything after that. Like you still got to do it. So I'm not hating on them being good for as long as they've been good and how they rebuilt, but it helps. It helps. it just helps to be able to make those kind of moves. But still, shout out to them. If we get a Cleveland versus Boston series,
Cleveland's winning.
Oh my goodness, bro. That's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a heavyweight bout. Because I truly cannot
low scoring.
Yeah. I just execution out of this world, defensively and offensively. And no real imposing players. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. They've been smacking each other around in the regular season. You know what I mean? Like, one of them would get blown out, then the other would get blown out.
Aren't they boys too? Like, didn't they go to the same high school or some shit like that?
Oh, Donovan Mitchell and
not high school. They were in the same AAU circuit or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys have been around each other for a long time. So, but yeah, it's some interesting things happen in the league. Interesting stuff. So, for sure.
Okay. Y'all want to talk about Severance real quick? Just quick little. God damn, I know you said you had a question for us. You finally caught up. We all caught up. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But we talked a little bit earlier about spoilers. The idea of spoilers, and it's crazy how the theory that I saw kind of going around was what happened to be true. And I gotta say, even though I knew about that spoiler, look, my rule for spoilers is a big spoiler can't ruin a great show.
Camera died.
Like, I think if you have a really great like execution of this thing, there's no issue with the spoiler necessarily. And so even though I've heard some theories about the whole, heli thing, seeing what happened wasn't an issue for me, because the way that they, the reveal and John Turturro's character, pretty much pressing the way that he did, which was just like an intensity, right? Like such a simple, like just.
Son looked in the camera and said, "So, tell me about the Night Gardener again."
Mm-hmm. It's like, so who are you? Like just simple things like that. It's just like,
he went crazy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you get into your question, Dame, I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about? Because I've seen this play out. Like we watched The Boys, right? We've seen this play out in like many. Apparently, this was like a Vampire Diaries plot point as well. But how do we feel about the whole you not having sex with the person that you think you are plot point that goes on? Because there's a couple of different ways that I've seen this play out in different shows so far. And obviously, like the most obvious one that might play out is that Helly gonna be mad. Like, yo, you ain't noticed? Which I guess is a valid case. But at the same time, it's kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty you doing that to me.
So,
because if had I known that you was, one of the bad ones, I probably wouldn't have had sex with you.
What if I told you? What if I told you in this case that's cap? I'm not gonna lie. Mark S was so horned out.
Horny.
Yeah, word.
He was so horned out that whole episode.
Dog.
It was like, bro, it's mad other shit going on, and pussy is the only thing on your mind right now. And I don't fucking get it.
Yeah,
he was gonna take it. Honestly, like
even after finding out everything you learned about your Audi, bro. Like,
he was
like ex-wife.
different.
He was like, oh, my Audi's ex-wife and stuff. Nah, I ain't even worried about that. It was,
I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my shit off. You know what I mean?
The line that killed me, bro. That one line that really got it off. I don't care who you are on the outside. Oof.
Yeah,
she was
horny
dripping.
nigga, bro. Horny nigga shit, bro. Like, he was definitely like just
because you don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't even know what you're saying. Like, why you getting that off right now, bro?
You have no idea.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it kind of does, but I digress. But yeah, man, he was and Irving
This
picked
nigga
up
was
on that.
rock hard when he said that.
Just warming that fucking tent. Irving was like, "Yo, we gotta cut it the fuck out." This fucking googly eyes, bro. What are you doing? Like
dead
stop.
ass, bro.
Yeah. And
Niggas
matter of
been
fact,
getting
Ellie,
mad.
who the fuck are you? Cause yeah. And then she was just like, yeah, you clearly, you all fucked up because your man left. And he was just like,
word.
You know what? Fuck all this. I'm out of here. And then my man's had a dream. Irving, here's why I fuck with Irving, bro. Irving is clearly like smarter than everybody else in that group. He's clearly like the smartest person in that group. And I don't know if it's because he has like a military background or whatever, like his character's there. I mean, but he's also an artist. But clearly something like his Audi knows so much that that's able to communicate to the NE via like dream sequence. Obviously, we got little snippets of seeing that in season 1 when he was passing out in the office and he started to like see like these black goops and his Audi paints and stuff like that. But I feel like his Audi knowing what the outie knows, it's like, yeah, he's able to communicate with the innie, which is clearly like a really big plot point. And, you know, it's really sad to see his innie, you know, allegedly go away. But I still feel like his outie is going to have like, you know,
Well,
I feel like his outie
Bert's on the crowd.
Yeah. Bert is, you know, I think him and Bert going to have some sort of, you know.
Sex.
Yes. But also they're gonna have some sort of like redemption. Like they're gonna, both of them, right? Both their outies are gonna kind of help the innies out a little bit or do something to attack Lumen from the outside. Which I'm excited to see that shit. Dylan G is a fucking traitor, right? You know. Oh wait, so yeah. But how did y'all feel about the visitation, right?
So again, they know, bro. They know. The way you get a man to do what you want, send a pussy. That's really all you got to do. Anytime them niggas was getting too out of line, they threw some pussy at him. At least a little bit. Even when it was like just going to the therapist lady. You know what I mean? Obviously, we find out who she is later. Yeah. But
he liked her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it was on purpose, bro. They know exactly what they're doing. Yeah,
Dylan G is
so I low key, I don't blame Dylan G. Like I get it. Like he's not. No, here's the thing. You got to understand. You're in there all the time, bro.
Yeah, you ain't fucking.
You're not even. You can't even think about it. They come to you with a woman that says she knows you and she loves you, and like, nah, bro. On the outside, you be beating us up like this all you.
But apparently you don't. Apparently that's why it's more exciting, right? Because like or at least for her, because on the outside, they don't seem like they really.
Like he's kind of a fuck up, right? Like they kind of made that pretty clear.
Yeah, they got kids. They ain't fucking.
She works the night shift. He works during the day. They don't see each other.
Yeah. So the love.
But
really
but even if that's just the story you telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe he never told them, right? He never told them that he had a visitation. So he still got that in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Of like,
because that's what they used it against him. They're like, yo, we're trying to, you know, test out this visitation shit. Like, but it's really just, it seems like it's just like an experiment for him, really.
Yeah, they just need to manipulate him. So he's like, yo, please don't fuck this up for me because I got a bitch on the outside. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
this means a lot more to me than I need this.
I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, nah, it's I thought the visitation was a really, really good play. I gotta be honest because I feel like everyone kind of has been just shutting me up. It's not that I don't like Mr. Milchick, but I hate Mr. Milchick. Like, I like the actor, what he's doing, but if that's not the most evil nigga you've ever seen in your like, and the fact that he's black is bothering me because it almost seems insidious. Like it's almost like you see a nice smiling black man, you're kind of disarm yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if it was a nice smiling white dude, you're like, but you still a white dude. I can still tell you got a little bit more shit up your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? But like a smiling black, it's the same thing of like why they gave him the Kiera poster. You know, the Kiera painting. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying?
Racism exists at Lumen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, in case you didn't know, right? That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he was mad at the motherfucker too. Like, it's like, what is this?
What the fuck is this? Looking at the other kind of like racially ambiguous woman, like, are you seeing what I'm saying? And she's like,
and she just like with her eyes, like, it's just take it. It's just look racist and take it.
Just take the
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the board just that one big white nigga?
I don't know yet. I have no idea.
I don't think the board exists.
Yeah, I don't think the board exists.
No,
either.
I don't know, bro.
I'm not.
You know, because you know that.
Oh, somebody did say yes that one time. Somebody did like say,
I swear to God, bro, it was the same voice as like that. The big white dude that be with Helly when we sit at the table. That's her father? No, that's not her father. The husky nigga with the little. I think he's the. I don't know, bro. I think he's the boy. Or
My
he sounded just like the person that said yes over the intercom.
He's obviously very intimidating. We don't know who he is, but when Cobell looked at him,
Probably like her brother or some shit.
When
I think
Cobell
he's
took
one of
one
the-
good look at him, right? She
had to
turned
get the
around
fuck out of there.
and drove.
Yeah.
She got the fuck out of there. So who is this man, yo?
Well, no, that was somebody else. That was the driver, whoever the fuck. When Helly was like, "Oh, come with me inside."
Oh, I thought that was.
I'm
the
talking
big dude.
about this. Nah, I'm talking about like some husky nigga with like a beard, like this type shit.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I thought that was him. I thought that was the same people. But
When Helly was in the office, he was sitting at the table, just like all the way at the end.
yeah, I thought that was the same person.
That got to be the same guy. I'm pretty sure that was the same guy as the driver.
Different dude. The driver was like some clean cut nigga with no facial hair.
But
he was Aki. The driver was Aki.
But the guy I'm talking about was like not Aki. He was husky. Like he was like rounder.
Oh, you're talking
he's
about
random.
I think I know who you're talking about. The dude that kind of so there's like some theories, right, into who the writer, I forgot what his name is. But Mark's brother-in-law. Like there's like some theories about who he actually is, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And yeah, I don't know. Like the people are saying that he might be a clone. I think because like his name like is like an anagram for like Kier Egan clone or something, or Kier clone or something like that. There's like some words in there, and I wouldn't doubt that they'd be doing that. They'd be spelling it out like that. But there's like some theories that he may be a clone of one of the Egans. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It definitely feels a little bit. It feels a little bit insidious, but yeah, it's again, the thing about Milchick is just like it just seems very
I like him, man.
apropos.
Like him. You don't think he's gonna have a change of heart?
Huh?
You don't think he'll ever have like a change of heart? Do you think he's gonna be evil the whole way through?
I think he's a nigga, bro. Like I think he does I think he's fooling himself into thinking like they're gonna appreciate him more, and like if he just does a good job. Like I think he's like that kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And like he secretly hates them, but he seemed like a bootlicker, bro. He seemed like a Kier bootlicker for real. He's like, yeah, this is where they do these things. Like he seems like a really good, like he seems like he really is into this shit. Like he genuinely admires this for real. But like I think they're breaking him down a little bit. Like that painting was just like one of the things, like them not getting his name right on the computer. Yeah, them not getting his name right on the computer. Yeah.
The painting. And
like, just, bro, you're never gonna. It's like they play hip hop music when he comes when he comes on the screen. Yeah. It's like anytime. It's like if they were doing introductions, like during like the dinners and stuff, and Seth Milchick.
Yeah.
He's just like
a 2, a 1 to the
2. They bring him out with the bitches from the Jennifer Hudson show. Yeah. They just like Seth Milchick.
It's Mr. Milchick. Hey, it's Mr. Milchick. Hey, it's Mr. And he does that stupid fucking dance with that smile or something. Yo.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. I like him though, man. I definitely think that he's close to like I think by the end of the season or the early next season, I think we'll get some hints of it by the end of the season that he genuinely has other motives. I think that he'll start to show some color that not too much, but I genuinely think that because he's they might blame this whole Helena thing on him.
They should.
They might blame this whole thing failing on him. And that might be one of his things that he starts to kind of like turn his back on them a little bit.
And I think that's part of where I don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't appreciate the show, but it's just like I can't tell how much of this is Milchick and how much of it is like because he always attributes everything to the company. So it's like the Ortbo his idea or like he just has free reign and like he's just doing what he thinks is best because in that case they should blame him. But if this is company mandated or whatever the case may be. Like, who's giving him these directives? Because he is making the wrong moves, and he's not like.
So much has gone wrong since
so much has gone wrong, and it is on him. You know what I mean? So, but if he's just following orders, then I don't know. It's I don't know. There's still a lot of room for them to kind of like create stories.
Also that, and who the fuck is Miss Wong? I'm trying to figure out like what that's about. You know,
I think the cleanest answer is that she's a Gemma clone, but obviously it's not confirmed.
You think they took her DNA and just like cloned her, and she just came out as a child or something like that?
Absolutely.
They raised her, but she doesn't look like.
She doesn't look enough like the actress. I get it.
Yeah, she don't. Yo, that tripped out version. Damn, you muted. But that tripped out version of him with Helly, and he saw Gemma while he was inside.
Rock hard, yeah.
Oh,
This shit is wicked.
Oh man, that's.
What would y'all do? You hopping out?
Nope. I'm going deeper.
This one is for you.
I'm sorry. I love you. I see you soon. Everything I do is for you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nah,
why are you crying? She just look up.
Hello? Yeah. Oh man, it definitely freaked me the fuck out though. Dan, what was you saying? Also, ask what's your question? You say because you had a question.
My question.
Yeah.
Very short, very yes or no question. Miss Corbin, right? That's her name, right?
Miss Cobell.
Cobell.
Oh,
Miss Cobell.
Yeah. Wood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Raw. Next question.
Not in the show, but I seen her interview on Hot Ones.
In the show. In the show. I'm gonna tell you why. She got the right type of weird bitch energy, bro. Like she's definitely the right weird bitch vibe. Like she can't cook, but she'll always cook for you. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark S should have been handling his business on that side, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean?
You making me cookies. Yeah, I'm making you cookies.
You understand? Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. You know what you want. You know why you're here.
Yeah, she definitely wanted to beat too.
For sure. What did they say? Oh, the official report is that she developed an unhealthy parasocial relationship with Mark S or some shit like that.
Trying to do a throuple or something. Yo, wait till she find out Helena was fucking her man, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit happened to me one time. But that's truly another day, a story for another day.
I have no idea what that even means. I have no idea. We just talked about so much. I have no idea what that
I could possibly
even means at this point. It's such a weird show. Like anything that in this show that happens to you is just like, damn, that's.
Yeah, I had a Miss Cobell at some point.
Oh, okay. Was it Knicks hat woman?
Huh? Was
it the Knicks hat woman?
No, I don't know. No, Jesus Christ. No, this was many years ago, and it was it ended poorly. I don't really want to tell the story. It was just but a person that I met in one setting developed a different type of thing, and it was very strange. It was a very weird type of thing. It got very inappropriate.
While we're here, y'all seen that Hallmark is putting out work wife Valentine's Day cards? Work wife and work husband.
Oh my God.
Valentine's Day cards?
I did see that. What y'all doing if you see that in the trash? It's just in the trash though. You know what I'm saying? Not in the bag, not under the bed or under the pillow, but in the trash.
Don't throw that away in our trash.
You still crashing it out? You still crashing out?
Why? Because you wanted me to see
I'm gonna find a reason.
Yeah, if you threw that out in our trash, you wanted me to see that shit. Throw that away outside. You know better. Throw that away at like the Popeyes trash bin, the local trash bin. Do not bring that shit home. What are you doing?
Why'd you bring it home, bro?
Take the gift card out. Throw the card away.
Yo, I'm not gonna. Yo, y'all girl ever like popped up with money you didn't know she had, and it started making you like question everything. Like when
you in a whole different ball game, brother.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's true. I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like mixed funds and all that stuff. Yeah, nah, bro, that shit is like when'd you get so much money? Like why haven't you run out yet? I know how much you make. Like why haven't you run out of money yet?
Let me check the camera.
Pocket watching.
Man,
I'm definitely pocket watching for sure. You got to pocket watch. I'd be mad
if y'all found out y'all shawty was selling feet pics.
Yeah, I would.
If I wasn't getting a cut, absolutely.
Yeah, I would be mad.
Do you deserve a cut? Unless you're paying for the nails, I don't think you deserve a cut.
I deserve a cut.
Talk that. Talk that, D. 4 words. I deserve a cut.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. I feel like if you like,
I deserve it all.
I just feel like if you paying for the nails, you know, then it's like, all right, I contributed to some of these looks. Like these nails, I paid for these. This is your most like, you know, liked picture.
I paid for these nails. I could bust on them if I want.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, yeah, you know, then I deserve a little commission. You feel me? I contributed to the cause, but otherwise, can't really say nothing. But honestly, if we were selling like if men's feet were desired, I feel like they would definitely want to. Like I'm just getting that money and spending it on you.
You'd be surprised.
Really? You think men's feet is in demand like that?
I think so.
Nah.
I think feet people don't care as long as it's good feet. Is it gay to jerk off to men's feet? If they
I feel like gay niggas don't like men's feet though. I feel like gay niggas not looking at men's feet.
Yeah, that's a straight
looking at
nigga.
What if they got nice feet?
Nah,
I think that's a straight nigga thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's somebody made a post and was like, yeah, once you turn like a certain age, you just get into feet. Like all that feet are weird shit just goes away. Like once you hit like a certain age, so I think it's like 30 or somewhere. Like even before that, like you just grow up, you know? How do y'all feel about the thing where people say that the things that you mock the most, you start to like or you like subconsciously like have like a kink for? Y'all believe that? Like the more you like shame it or the more you make fun of it, you like subconsciously do that because you actually
want to try it.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't react like that. Honestly, anything that I really like, I'm not talking about it at all. I'm not drawing no attention to it. None. It's on my own time.
That's peace.
Look at these bitches, and you know what I'm saying, in these belly buttons. You know what I'm saying? Like bitches always got their belly buttons out.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. Like put that shit away, man. Whole time niggas is beating off the belly button pics. Like, nah, man.
Beating off that belly button pics is like you way too.
That's down bad.
Yeah, you in too deep. Gotta be. Yeah.
We gonna one day we gonna do a tier maker for like kinks.
You keep saying
like what makes you a super freak? What makes you an S tier freak?
That's like the 4th time you brought that idea up. You really want to do that?
We're gonna do it for sure.
Not before
he
we
come
do
for your freak crown.
Not before we do. Not before we do the fantasy artist draft. That's something we gotta do at the end of the month. Like that's
coming up very soon. Very soon.
Which is gonna be real fun. Y'all got anything else? Anything happening in life that y'all wanna talk about before we leave?
I got an RIP to get off.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Chelsea Reject, offshoot member of the Pro Era squad, passed away today. Actually, was working on a project with Tina Apex from the original Pro Era squad. I follow Tina. She follows me. I used to jump on their lives together. They would be literally just sitting there creating songs, making beats, and all this other stuff. It was always a dope vibe. And Tina's broken up. I don't know what happened, but it sounds like it was sudden. It sounds like unexpected. So, you know, it sucks. Chelsea Reject was an incredible rapper, you know, still very young, coming up, and, you know, just terrible, tragic loss. So shout out to her and her family and, you know, everybody she loved and touched in the hip-hop community in Brooklyn and, you know, around the world. She was making her rounds, so R.I.P. Chelsea.
Rest in peace, and hopefully them West Coast niggas don't try to, you know, try to throw her name in anything, because...
Jesus. Yeah. I think they could chill. I think
they might.
Like
they
wouldn't.
might not. They might.
Yeah, they haven't shown restraint many along these lines in the past. But I just got a feeling like this would be the one that they chill out. They chill on.
Is that like rap beef protocol?
It used to be.
Like, does that go out of does that like kind of take it to another level then? Like, if kind of you take it there, I'm taking it further kind of thing?
Nah, you take it there.
If one of my homies or one of my homettes dies during the rap beef?
I think there have been situations where I know artists that was getting into it and everything stops once some type of real tragedy happens. It's like, all right, it's over.
Because I saw because I saw there was a clip that was circulating around of Biggie the night or like a week after Tupac had died or something like that, doing a freestyle in LA, and he kind of like was dropping shots about Pac dying.
Hell no, that was AI, my nigga. That never happened.
Really?
Hell yeah, that never happened.
AI. It was a freestyle.
That never happened. Listen,
bro, because it was on a radio station, and it seemed to be like, I don't know if the timeline was right, but you never seen that freestyle where Big was like, "Yo, man, I want to cuss, like I want to do that." You don't remember that?
Nah, man, I don't recall anything like that happen. I've listened to 30 Street Wars mixtapes, and I don't remember hearing no.
Oh, Biggie did that. Maybe you need to look that up because Biggie did
Biggie
a freestyle.
dissing Pac when he died. No, I don't recall that. Again, they were friends.
I don't remember that either.
They were friends. Like the disses went back and forth, little pot shots, but they were friends. And Biggie was hurt when Pac died, as far as I recall.
Biggie Small Sway Freestyle 1997. It's this one. Like this, I'm just gonna show you what it looked like, just the quality. Maybe it'll spark your memory if you see like what it looked like.
Okay.
Like, does this bring anything up? Like this type of anything?
It is, man. Come on, see.
Nah.
I'm flaming gats, aiming at these maniacs. Put my name in raps. What the game is that? Like you hustle backwards. I smoke backwards in Dutchies. You can't touch me. Try to rush me. Slugs go touchy. You're bleeding lovely with your spirit above me or beneath me. Your whole life you live sleepy. Now you rest eternally sleepy. You burn when you creep me. Rest where the worms and the weak be. My 9 flies, baptized, rap guys with the Holy Ghost. I put holes in most. You hold your toes shaky, slipping, trying to break me.
You don't remember this? Like this isn't sparking memory at all?
Nah, not at all. But I hear what you're saying, but I don't think that's about Pac. That's just how.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I was about to say that just sounds like a regular Biggie verse.
Well, I was gonna keep going, but I feel like I think it was the timing of it all. Like this was.
I definitely would have been in the back, like, ugh. I definitely would have been, if I was the PD. I definitely would have been like, oh shit.
Did it have a date on that? Did it say when?
It said March 1st. March 1st.
March 1st.
Biggie would have died a week later.
Yeah. That'd have been like what, like 10 months after Pac died as well? No, not even. I'm sorry.
No.
September. Because he died in what? September
13th. 6 months.
And this was this in LA?
Yeah, because he was in LA that week.
Yeah.
So he would have been on Sway that week for sure. And he had a song on the album called "Going Back to Cali."
Not for nothing. I mean, if that did happen this year, and somebody went to Chicago to do a freestyle, and they started, doing a freestyle like that after King Von had, like 6 months after King Von had died, we'd be looking at it. We'd be talking about that in a certain way. So
yeah, like that was intentional.
Timing is definitely suspect there.
Okay, yeah. Dan, we listened last week to Daylight's track. Did you get it? Did you listen to that?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even know he dropped the track.
We kept calling it YHRR. It's called Yer. Which again, I think we was calling it that because that's not how we spell it. I don't know where he got that fucking spelling from.
I'm calling it YHRR because I still think it's an acronym for something.
Was it a Joey diss?
It's a New York diss.
It's a New York diss.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I think he's in New York. I think he was on like Coney Island when he did it.
Yeah, he was dissing multiple members of Pro Era for sure, and that's why I brought this up, because I was like, is Daylight not above rapping on somebody on one of their dead homies?
Niggas don't care.
That's what my thought is. I feel like
it's niggas don't care. Like he could go out there and do that. Nobody's looking for Daylight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we'll see, because Joey, I'm sure he'll respond, but we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Views his ass 210,000.
Anything else y'all feeling? We'll have an Invincible review at some point. When
we'll get one in next week for sure.
I'm loving it so far. Loving it so far. Shout out to Mark Grayson, who I was trashing last. I think I told you, Dave. I think I said like, "Yo, Mark be getting his ass beat like a lot," But
from the half of the first episode that I did watch, he got Aki. This nigga was lifted. He looked strong as fuck. He looked big as fuck.
He getting stronger.
And then he killed. I think he killed like 100 clones of this nigga Kate's brother.
Yeah, he's getting stronger and he's getting more aggressive. So
yeah,
that Viltrumite shit is really starting to kick in. So I think we're in for some
faster for others than himself though. His brother's kicking up real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes for sure. Because once you watch the other episodes, you'll start to see like how they're progressing with things and how exciting it's getting for the Viltrumite family. Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all want to play some songs and get up out of here?
Yeah.
Dan, we missed you last week, man. I hope everything's going well. I know that we've been following you. We're really happy with everything that you've been doing, my dog. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Seems like
for those who don't know, Jeter dropped our first short film featuring Ricky Williams and Calvin Johnson. That's what I was doing in LA a few weeks ago. Super excited about the collab. We got a lot of great feedback. We got a lot of really super cool collabs, hopefully in the work very, very soon. And yeah, it's just the first of many great things to come.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Jeter family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're doing big things. Did you ever find your shirt? Did you ever find everything? Or you probably got
a sweater? No, I have no idea what that. Yeah, I definitely got new stuff, but yeah, I don't know where that sweater went. Pretty tight. I actually like that sweater a lot.
Yeah, don't worry, you're gonna have some new drip for you. So what you got for us, Dan? What you want to play for us today, man?
Boom. So I'm going to be playing a song off of this Life is Beautiful album, Larry June, 2 Chainz, Alchemist. I finally got around to listening to it. Some very, very smooth, very, very cool tracks on there. I didn't know what to expect going into it. Expected, hearing 2 Chainz over Alchemist beats, but very pleasantly surprised. So I'm going with the opening track. This is Munyon Canyon. I'm sorry.
Black people establish you, shot.
More than bitch ass nigga. Numbers and shit.
I switch whips in the AM. Pick up the bagel with the cream cheese. And smoke with a view with a sauce elite. Hope for them ones still in the streets. Never had a job, never had a GED. But I done pushed every V12 you could think. 20 cameras on my crib when I go to sleep. Never had a bitch that was hard to keep, but found out one solid hoe was all I need. I done touched baggage claim in 7 C's, 7 whips, I mean, ayy, I forgot the G. If I get it OT, then the profit mean. Left a little water on it, and I cut it clean. Small numbers add up, I need everything. Even bagging up shit, I need everything. When it's slow, I still maintain, but I'm knowing it won't be the same.
Get some money on, get paper. Get the paper, I get some money on.
That's all I do.
I get the paper, I get some money on. I get paper, yeah. I get the paper, I get some money on. Chanel beads, mind full of greed. Pellegrino lemon squeeze. My car got slanted eyes like it's Philippines. All these amenities was meant to be. Before you do it physically, you gotta think it mentally. If I put my mind to it, I get it eventually. Started off poor, but I buy a hoe potentially. I'm a pro, talking propensity. Bitches missing me. Niggas know I had the grams for cheap. Ain't no mystery. No, I got the bitch off the hook. Dishes in the sea. Take it out your name, put it in a business entity. Been making millions, ain't no lie. Is you shitting me? Been knew how to aim the fire. Nigga, is you shitting me? Been had Pirellis on the tie. Is you shitting me? I fuck them lashes off your eyes, bitch. We finna see. I buy a coupe for a surprise, baby. I'm on another tier like a cry, baby. Looking at a chandelier during a wine tasting. All I do with the paper, get some money on, get some.
Hey, got the bitch hiking up Munyon Canyon and shit.
Get the paper.
Bitch already know the whole motherfucking program.
I get some money on,
Munyon
get the
Canyon.
paper. I get the paper. I get some money on.
That was Munyon Canyon by Larry June, 2 Chainz, and The Alchemist. That's a dope album.
Yeah, I like
can
it.
get very much, I don't know if you could listen to the whole album. I don't know if I can, at least, straight without, getting a little tired.
Larry June has like this very like lazy flow for sure. Like he has like a very, he has a good voice though, and I love the.
I love it, but I just can't listen to it for too long.
Yeah, it's very yeah. But 2 Chainz is great too. But yeah, Larry June has like a sound that it does make you kind of sleepy for sure. Hey. Good job. Hod, are you with us? You want to give us your song?
Yeah. So
man, chowing down.
yeah, man, I'll be having to sneak off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely playing some Chelsea Reject. This is a record she got with Kirk Knight and Tina from her
Kirk Knight.
project, from her EP, Complex. This one is called 47.
Through the city that I like to claim is mine. Please don't try to talk to me if you gon' waste my time. Awkwardly stepping all over these decrepit bricks, representing life is a movie, leave them all in suspense. Mama heard that I was spitting. Asked if I've been getting high, but I don't know the difference. Cause even when I feel low and I'm sober, I'm lifted. Wait a minute, give it time. I just gotta stay committed. This is the shit that I love. Really putting everything on the line, so I know that I can't give it up. See, I tried to go to an art school, but I learned that the canvas is us. So I dropped out of that art school. Fucking degree, need a craft right now. Need to make life count. Mean something to me when I smoke that loud. I branch out, really ain't fucking with me, so looking at the past, current events, like how could you be so cold? All the memories so old, even though it all went down something like a week ago. Don't ask me for a feature though. Ask me for a feature though. Look at me, we count you down. Let you know it's on the flow. Burning. Don't come to me. I'll drop a seed. I'll just sleep, stretched away. Crumble under treading feet. Don't come to me. I'll drop a seed. I'll just leave stretched away. Crumble under treading feet.
No honor amongst thieves these days. How I'm supposed to feel these days. Faces change like mitosis. Who could come the closest to the finish line? Never studied but seem to osmosis. Knowing that the knowledge is more potent but so different. Feeling like I'm supposed to host a listing pigs. Throw the dirt on their name. Them insane angels aim over people. Slaving over stoves. Overdose ain't cracked up to be. But more unhappily, mind states malleate. The crime rate like my salary, man. That BK battery just taught to keep wildin'. Teach more violence and I ain't buying it. Selling dreams, remain silent. Completely honest. Only good human being is a dead one by the following. Came from the dirt, is that dead man rising them. So when the sun shine, load those parades on parades and start 47 styling. Don't come to me, don't come to me, don't come to me. I plant the seed.
I just leave stretched to weed, crumble under treading feet.
Don't come to me, don't come to me, don't come to me. I plant the seed.
Stretched to weed, crumble under treading feet.
Once again, that was 47 by Chelsea Reject featuring Kirk Knight and Tina Apex.
Goddamn 47. That was good. I'm gonna play something off the Chase Shakur project. It's called featuring RIMON.
She's at what spot?
Said it happens every time. So how can I make some progress? Give me a place and time, and I'm on the way, I promise. So how can I change your mind? How can I erase the problems? You said that I guess you're right. Tell me how can I make this solid? Now she's like, she said, take me around the world, I did some research. Thought I did enough, so dig a little deeper. Off the market, yeah, that's what I'm tryna keep her. And bounce back, like that was all that reverb. What am I to do? Just me and you. Look me in my eyes, tell me we through. There's something I know you can't do. Wanna call it quits, but I need my fix. Tell me this ain't it. No, 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 this ain't the first. Wanna make it work. Tell me where it hurt.
was by Chainz, Shakur, and RIMON or RIMON. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, really good album by Chainz, Shakur.
Oh yeah.
Today I learned, and this is just again some Black History Month facts because I didn't know this. Y'all know the people that made the Cult of Personality, that song? You know they're black? That's a black band?
Yeah.
Hell nah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, that shit is hard though. So
what the? That's a hard ass song.
Sometimes if I'm going to the
whose
gym,
theme was that? Wrestling.
It's CM Punk.
That's CM Punk.
Okay.
Sometimes if I'm going to the gym, I will only listen to fucking WWE intros.
Son, I had no idea they were black. I had no idea that Hathaway was black.
Hathaway
the new that did the what is love, baby, don't hurt me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I had no idea Billy Ocean was black.
He's a big brolic black nigga with a bald head.
That's Mr.
Hathaway is a wild nigga.
Yo, Mr. Milicic looks like he'd make like a hard ass like song. He'd be like one of the black people that you didn't know that song was by a black person.
Yeah,
like his
sure.
look. Yeah. But I didn't know Billy Ocean was black. Did y'all know Billy Ocean was black?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tracy
Is a white boy named Billy Ocean?
Yeah. Bro, okay. Billy Ocean? Yeah, that sounds like a white name.
That sounds like a white musician name for sure. Like not his real name, but his stage name.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. That's.
But if it's his real name, that's a nigga.
Ocean's a nigga name. A nigga name.
Yeah,
Ocean's a nigga black man.
Yes, for sure.
Didn't know that. Thank y'all for listening. We will catch y'all next week. Just a reminder that if you are biracial, happy Black History Month. Your Black History Month is over. So Drake and,
wrap it up by Sunday.
And Damon, hope you enjoyed your Black History Month. Hope you had a good hope you had a good time with this one. But we love y'all. We'll catch y'all next week. Please subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/BecauseWeArePodcast. Video is there. Come talk some shit, some unedited. I think I've been bleeping usually. Like I feel like we should promise that they get unbleeped pods on the Patreon. Should we commit to that? I did it before, but then I stopped it for certain. Some things got to be bleeped all around.
Certain things got to be bleeped, bro. Because we gotta be able to still say what we want and just like censor and post, bro.
Yeah, I think
we do a good job at like calling out when we're about to say some wild shit.
Yeah. Okay, the only bleepless pods will be the ones that are Patreon only.
I think we were good this pod, though.
That's a good promise. Yeah, we did pretty good. That middle piece was a little, but we'll make it work.
The Fantastic Four one kind of got derailed a little bit. It's always Pedro Pascal, bro.
Yeah, he did it. It's his fault. Him and Anthony Mackie just bring us to dark.
Yeah, they bring it out of us. And Michael B. Jordan is getting there too. But we'll see how this next movie does.
They shit on his thumb. Did y'all see that?
Apparently
thumbs are like
nigga got little hands. Bitches is like off the bandwagon because he got little hands.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
See how quick it is.
You can't win, honestly.
Yeah, man.
You can't win.
Talk to y'all next week, y'all.